You scared, Silas? Good, because you owe me now. You won't get clear of that debt. You're going to do exactly what I say. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now you get on that horse. You ride to Eagle Rock Station as fast as you can. My friend the Reverend will meet you there. Shooter gets there before I do. You do exactly what the Reverend says. Is that clear?
That's clear.
God help you if you cross me again, Silas. Hell itself will not stop me from finding you. You understand?
Understood.
Go on.
Past 2 a.m. and sleep is hard to find, with a long parade of failures marching through my mind. Nothing comes without a price, and cost is high, and up round every corner's another ghost that just won't die. They say it's not the end for me. When I close my eyes, the fire's all I see. They say the phoenix rises up from the ashes. All I can feel is myself being burned away. In the end, I'll just be dust in a casket. What would I be if I embraced the flame? Let the fire wash over me. I'll either die or I'll be say the phoenix rises up from the ashes. Oh, I'll be a go behind my eyes, a whisper of light, and the wind in my eyes. Before I sleep tonight, I pray I might feel my life. The ghost behind my eyes, whisper lies, and the whiskey blind. Before I sleep tonight, pray
listen.
How we doing, everybody? Welcome to the Iron Seas.
Yeah.
A little bit not as smooth as it usually is in the beginning here, but that's because we just got surprised. We got a surprise from StreamYard. They paywalled all of the clips. So, but in good news, we got our super chats back. So that'll be the first expense that's covered from any proceeds from any of you generous supporters out there. We hope you liked the premiere from Jarrod Christman over here. Hopefully the audio wasn't too bad. I'm going to check it after the show. But make sure you check out the official release when he drops it over on all of his channels and stuff. Go check that out. And anyway, without further ado, tonight's guest is M. Anthony Harris, and our movie is ONG-BAK.
That's Manthony Harris to you.
Manthony, yeah, exactly.
It's Anthony. Oh.
Yeti King.
Exactly.
The Yeti King.
Yeah. I have my subtext on my shirt. See?
Oh yeah. It's literally you. You went to one of those websites where you buy a T-shirt with your friends' faces. He's like, I'm gonna put my own face and likeness on there. Yeah.
Exactly.
When you wear that out in public, do people ever comment or stop you or stare or take pictures or point or anything?
Well, the lady.
I mean, I'm a foreigner in China, so that just happens naturally.
It's already happening.
I'm basically already a Yeti, so
just lean into it.
Actually, depending on the region, beards are not common, from what I've been told.
yeah, I'm in a region where beards are more common because there's a lot of Chinese Muslims here, but I still get a lot of little kids. They just associate beards with the Muslim grandpas. So like a lot of little ones will just be like, "Hey, grandpa."
Oh, okay, that's funny. I like the idea that there's like a Chinese version of Hot Rod out there, like using yak hair as a fake mustache. Like, you know, I have hormone issues. Also, for $2, Pritchard Pub comes in. Take that shirt off right now, Kahuna. Well, the lady has spoken. So
I was gonna say what shirt because it's camo, but
can't see.
We can't see
Can't
you.
see me. And she also came in with a $10 one. Another banger from one of our lovely hosts. And
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I agree.
oh yeah.
These I was going through the comments here. We before we go around and say how we're all doing, let's say hi to the chat quick, since this is our first show getting super chats back. We got Brian McCoppin, all showered up. How you doing, buddy? Evalie, our host, obviously, Kahuna.
Hi.
All the fine, lovely people. We got Billy Judd. How you doing, Billy? Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
Oh,
I think
Hey, Billy.
Billy!
this is to me.
Brian McCoppin with $100. Holy
Sir.
smokes, dude!
Oh, gee, nice. Well,
Holy
looks like
smokes.
our next show will have a StreamYard update. Thanks, Brian.
yeah.
Wait,
that's
do I
pretty
take my
generous
pants
of
off
you.
now? I don't know how this works. $2 with the shirt. What's $100?
Well, you gotta make sure you read it. Make sure you read what it says there too.
Oh, Brian,
very
you
important
like
announcement.
music.
That is my bad. That just went off when his notification came in. I thought it might be related. Anyway.
I was like, did you guys get a special ringer for the big oh yeah, what's that called? I just totally forgot how to English. The big
It's okay.
what say? Anyway.
Either way, Roland Shield shirt has always earns a super chat. Record of the Paladins, Book of Annesis or Anseus. Is that how does he want it? How does he want it?
I thought it was Anseis, but I'm not sure. I've only seen it. I haven't actually.
I always think it's Anseis.
Anseis.
The Book of Anseis.
Book
That's
of
how we're gonna say it.
Let's see pronunciation. Let's see if I can get the computer to pronounce how you say this word. Unless McCoppin can throw it into the.
I could tell you in Chinese.
That is very helpful for a Chinese-speaking audience.
Anseis is how the computer is telling me. Book of Anseis.
Book of Anseis.
Yeah, and it's from, obviously, if you don't know the series, shame on you. You got the first book here, Book of Oliver. Like, this is one of my favorite books ever. I love this book. So you haven't read it.
I adore that book. I've had my hands. I've had my whole body on it.
Oh yes, and then the second book in the series, I'm probably gonna get these pronunciations wrong too. Book of, I believe it's Yvonne and Ivore.
Ivan and Ivor.
It's Yvonne and Ivor. Ivan and Ivor, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh. Book of Evan and Ever.
Yes, and the next one out today is Book 3, Book of Anseis. It's okay, but if we say it a bunch, it'll stick. You know, that's what you're doing here. You got Book of Oliver, Yvonne, Ivor.
It's like named after an old saint.
I love Billy Judd when he comes into the chat because every week he wants to talk about the casting for Harry Potter. Actually, while we're talking about like that,
Mom, I want to wear my socks.
I want The Rock to be James Potter. He's not going to be there very long, but I want him to be James Potter. If we're just going to continue with the bad casting, man.
Sure, go.
But yeah, everybody here has good shirts. On the Record of the Paladin shirt in the background of Evaleigh's wonderful background, and then he's wearing, of course, a Studious plain T-shirt. Yeah, there you go. AC's got that tank top game going on. I have my usual beautiful. I have my flat. I have.
Dude,
tank top.
You look like a One Piece villain.
I do. I got both glasses. Wait, I got to do something more too. Maybe. I am the captain now.
Perfect.
Oh, that's great, dude.
Okay, I think my computer stabilized. I do not know what that was. It was like a spike. I'm kind of blaming Brian a little bit. Brian McCoppin. I think that money, that big money that he threw, had some gravity behind it, and it like glitched my whole system over here.
Google's like, shut it down.
I'm used to being rich.
So it's a little more stable now. It's actually pulling up comments and stuff. So
sweet. And McCoppin asks, "Can Terry Crews be Hermione?" I would cast nobody else. Honestly, I can't imagine anyone else as a character. Even J.K. Rowling said that Hermione should be black. So yeah, let's give her wish. Terry Crews will be Hermione.
I would watch. I'd be day one in theaters if they went that like just
Dude,
off the rails.
I wish they would. I wish they would. Also, who here has read any of the Brian McCoppin's books, including his IT book, which outsells his other books for some reason?
Yeah,
I haven't read from Help Desk or from Hell Desk to Help Desk, I believe it's called. I'm close.
Like that, yeah.
Have you
I haven't read
his,
that one.
His romantic book that he wrote under a pseudonym?
Oh yeah,
I
was
forgot
it something
about that. Yeah,
I even got this
read it.
thing of his, which I don't know how rare that is, but I got all kinds of his stuff.
I think I have that somewhere actually. Yeah.
I love that series.
Yeah, I've only read the first one. I have the second one, but I haven't read the first one yet. I did.
Anyone else having problems with their pink fluffy scarf and it falling down constantly?
That happens to me all the time.
Abigail Grace, that was it.
Man, I'm jealous of Kahuna's the supervillain status. What was that from JoJo's? A JoJo villain?
One.
It also could be a
Kind of like
JoJo. It could be a
JoJo.
JoJo villain.
Yeah.
I don't have the I don't have the
I gotta be a
muscular
JoJo
build
villain.
of
I think I could be a One Piece villain.
character. I'm not worthy. If anyone could be a JoJo's character, it would be Jarrod over here. Like, just spray your hair a weird color. You could be like Jesse, or some. Let me think. It's always JoJo of some kind. So like Joe Soft, you can be Joe Soft, Joe Star. There you go.
There you go.
I mean,
yeah, it works out. There we go. But yeah, let's get started, man. So we were supposed to watch ONG-BAK. I'm sure I said that correctly, and that an entire nation of people will be upset with me.
But I don't speak Thai, so I won't get on you about it.
That's okay.
Chinese, though, you'd be in.
It's one of those things.
My skin tone is closer to the people over there than any of you. So,
if somebody doesn't speak the language,
I've been
you really be
mistaken for
upset
Chinese
if they
a
can't get it.
couple times here.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, no, I really, from the portion that I was able to watch before the show tonight, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun movie. Like a lot of these modern day, like different culture, like Thai, Korean action films are really stepping up their game. Like they have the style they have while still being kind of culturally unique in a sense. At one point, I'm like, is this like really like low budget Fast and the Furious at one scene? Like they're showing all the cars and the bikes, and like that motorcycle costs about $13. I know that.
Too fast, took. Oh, is it Fast and Furious, right? Would that be
the
Yes. I guess let me do the summary and then we can get into it. This movie's from 2003. It's over 20 years old, and this is the movie that yeah, we were looking at Tony Jaa. We were considering some of his other films because I actually thought ONG-BAK, like in my mind, Protector was ONG-BAK, and when I was watching, I was like, where's the elephant? When's the elephant going to show up? And it was the very end technically, but wrong movie. In any case, this is the one that really put Tony Jaa on the map. And I feel like I caught it in theaters when it came out. But anyways, it takes place in a sleepy Thai village where life is simple and their biggest celebrity is a stone statue. Disaster strikes. Someone steals the Buddha's head. The villagers freak out thinking bad luck is inbound and naturally send their most unlikely hero, Ting, a humble Muay Thai prodigy who'd much rather be farming than throwing flying knees. Now he's off to the wild streets of Bangkok, where tuk-tuks are fast, crime lords are weirdly art, right? Yes, okay. This movie was only 1.1.
We are the same.
What's Job say? Is he nearby? Let's see Job. We haven't seen him in a while.
Job the hand.
Oh, Job, yeah.
Yeah, Job.
He was so confused. Like, what up?
Like, oh, yeah, I forgot about Job.
Oh, guys, look, it's a hand Job.
Job is forever. Job
Get
is...
it?
There you go. You got it.
The budget on this one, $1.1 million, and yet it brought in over $20 million. Obviously spawned 2 more direct sequels and then a handful of other movies, and really elevated Tony Jaa's superstar status, I would say, in the, it's not Kung Fu, martial arts film world.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay. I'm getting the nod from Anthony Harris, so if he nods, I'm like, okay, we're good. Hour 45 minutes. Gentlemen, that is the rundown for ONG-BAK.
It's a good length, and also I think the main character goes to show that good-looking people are good-looking no matter the culture. It's not fair. But here we are, man. Son of a gun. Sorry, I got it. Why is this happening? Oh, hold on.
McCoppin says that.
Now I remember that.
Yeah, he pinged you on X about some underground Christian churches in China. Interesting stuff.
Now I remember that. Yeah, I helped McCoppin, and I also helped Michael Kane with one of his books about some China info.
Yeah, and Hedge, for clarification here, he was paid to remove it. So I think this sets a precedent. This sets a precedent going forward.
We need another 100 for me to remove my shirt. No, just kidding.
Everybody has a price, right? So.
Kahuna's was $1.99.
Yeah.
For anyone who wants to see more footage of Bigfoot, this is your chance.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Duct tape. Oh, sorry. Duct tape over those nips. Okay. So, sorry. I physically reacted to that one, Herman. So ONG-BAK, I say in the poll in the live chat that how many bones were harmed in the making of this, and that's kind of a joke running at the Protector too, because like Evalie said, I was the movie I had seen was Tony Jaa and some elephants whooping some butt, and that was what my nostalgia was bringing me towards when we were trying to decide this. But I settled on this because of the critical acclaim. It's like his entry point movie and stuff, and all that, and Harris has a lot of kung fu, right? In yours, I know this isn't kung fu, but like martial arts, right? So yeah, maybe in the future we'll touch on the Protector And I mentioned the bones because I think that's the movie where there's like these long spanning sequences where it's just like they go out of their way to like he disarms and disables every enemy in a way that's very harmful for their health for the rest of their life. Like breaks bones.
What about his cousin who threw spices in their faces, dude? That was brutal. That's the worst thing that happened this whole film.
Oh no!
If you've ever had like real hot Thai curry, you know that's brutal.
Yeah.
I don't have to have it. I know. When I was a kid, pepper was spicy to me. I'm not kidding, dude. It was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh no, are we speaking German, Bill? What's happening?
Ice in sight.
I think that means hello there, Eisenzeit. It's a person's name, I'm guessing.
Hello there, Eisenzeit. I hope I didn't just say a slur in German.
Yeah. So this movie starts off and it's got that whole tree climbing sequence where all the men in the village are competing. I don't know if it's just the warriors.
Those are not men. Those are boys. I hope.
Well, I mean, you know,
they're
it's
short,
like a coming of
they're
age.
short.
They're actually fully grown. It's just 4'5". Not 89
like one hair, and they're like, "Wow, what a beard!" There's the flag at the top of the tree, and they basically have to climb this giant tree, retrieve the flag, and then come down. And as they're climbing up, it's like road rash, man. You can just kick the dude beneath you in the face, or pull him down, or whatever. It's pretty brutal.
Those stuntmen were committed.
Dude, I want to make a compilation of every time someone fell and landed flat on their back on the ground.
You know, I was trying to figure it out. Yeah,
it has to be like 9 to 11 times. Something.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was there. The one shot. There was a guy that got kicked out, and it was between these two limbs, and so you think like, oh, he's gonna bounce and then like do the thing where he slows himself down.
No,
it was like straight out on his, and he didn't even land fully on his back. He like hit on his side.
Yep.
Dude, that guy need paid extra.
And I love too that they're like, just in case you missed it, here's a second angle of that same fall, just to like make sure, you know, like I broke my leg for that shot. Can we at least play it back one more time? And that was a theme throughout the movie. If something crazy happens after they play it once, like, hang on, rewind it, change the angle. Let's watch that one more time so you can really drink it in.
The director watch it in slow-mo.
I was trying to figure out too, because where the guys hit, they're probably like, you know, $150, $160, but they're thudding pretty hard. And there's one scene where the mud's a little thicker, and I'm like, is that what they're doing to cushion their fall? But I don't know.
I think
the sound effects are probably added after.
They bury pads underneath the dirt, and they also like
that's
a lot
super
of the,
smart if they do that.
Some
I
people
never would
put
consider
pads
that
in their shirts as well.
Oh,
so it's still like super cheap. So it was probably just like a mattress buried like 2 or 3 inches under the dirt.
Yeah, like it would help some, but not much, man.
Yeah, I would have just been the dummy, just like, all right, guys, this is gonna hurt, so we're gonna only do this once.
There was one though. There was one. The guy fell, and he fell. He was turning head over heels sideways.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that.
He fell, and like you could tell, like they put him in a deeper hole because on the there was like the above angle from straight above, and like he like sunk into the ground.
Yes,
but they dug that hole out a good bit because like otherwise you're gonna break your legs.
The first couple guys, got hurt. So like maybe we should make the recess 2 inches deeper. Now, Chris, were you taking notes? You're like, yo, we could do a movie like this. Maybe not the next one. Maybe the one after that.
Dude, can we have like
Kung Fu Christman?
Can we have like a Native American version of this? Like some Native kid like grows up with his great grandpa or something. Like his grandpa dies, has to go to normal school, and then he just starts becomes a kick-ass fighter. That's a movie. That's a great idea.
I'd watch it.
Heck yeah,
we can make it, dude.
It's kind of funny that as we're watching it, we're all wondering like, how'd they film this? And I'm like, it's just because we watch so many movies, or we come from the like artsy background or something that. It raises my enjoyment of it, though, I think, a little bit. I'm like, how the heck did they do that? Or is that real? But anyways, they get through that whole sequence, which is nuts. And then the village cheers, obviously. Our main character, Ting, wins. and the village is cheering for him. And I was so hoping, like, if it was like a full-on comedy, they would have did a wide shot of him, like, yeah, with the little rack, and then just bodies everywhere around the tree back there. Like,
no, he would. No, if it was a full-on comedy, he would have used his cheeks to hold the flag, so you'd have those hands free coming down.
So one thing too, if you did not see this movie, that is worth mentioning, and typically I like subs and just having the movie be in the language it's supposed to be in, but it gets to a point where I'm like, I gotta read instead of watching. And the other thing is, it's not just that. I mean, it's totally a Thai movie, even the money. So I'm sitting there, I got my like calculator out trying to convert this, because the one bad guy in the village goes to the store to buy this amulet trinket thingy, and he's like, I don't know, how does like 18 quadrillion of our money sound? I'm like, I don't know, is that $5? Is it $10?
It's Thailand in 2001. I think for 4 goats you could purchase the entire functioning government over there. So yeah, I don't even worry about the money. I'm like, this is just play money. It's not real money. Kind of like us in the U.S. right now. AC, wow! Oh my!
Hello.
Who is this AC guy? That
I don't know. Some guy.
About? Yeah. Crowd punching tiger hidden nipples.
We're gonna have to cut this short. We're gonna have to cut this stream short, everybody.
Yeah,
AC's gotta go.
Yeah. AC's like, give me 3.5 minutes. I'll be right back.
And by the way, it keeps crashing out on my end. That's why I'm falling in and out over here. So
right. Like, oh no, guys, my computer's not working.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh no.
Like, I only got the browser with the stream going, so I don't know what the deal is. It's just really upset today. So.
Brian,
my little one is in the background pretending to be a little bee. You want to say hi, buddy?
Oh, you're so cute. Hey, buddy. You look a lot like your dad.
Hi, buddy.
Malachi, are they silly? Yeah.
He's looking at me like, Dad, who are your friends? You're like, don't.
You want to say hi?
I was buying a sandwich. You got the D to the bar.
He was pretending to be a bee, running around in the background, being a bee.
Oh, that's awesome.
Are you gonna sting your dad? Gonna sting your dad?
You can sting your dad with your bee stinger.
I'm a bad influence. Oh, that's cute, dude. He's getting older. That's weird. I remember the first time I talked to you, he was so little, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think the first stream I did with anybody, I was he was literally just 2 weeks old. Now he's 2 years and 2 months old.
Oh, that's wild, dude.
And he's a talkative little dude. He is all the time. He's just speaking in Chinese or English or Chinglish, and just walking away.
I feel like I may understand some of that, because Hawaiian Pidgin is a combination of bad Hawaiian broken English and then phrases from other Asian languages.
I like reading the Bible in Hawaiian Pidgin. It's fun.
Oh, it's so funny, man. It's so good. That kind. AB line. Oh my! Wow, the chat is going off. You guys are foul, by the way. Just letting you know. But also, I love his style in this movie. And is it just me, or did the bad guy of the Street King that was taking money from the cousin? Didn't that guy look like an off-brand Bruce Lee a little bit, with the glasses and the attitude a little bit?
Oh man,
he at least looks like one of the guys who's played Bruce Lee in a movie for sure. The Street Gang from the earlier part of the movie.
Now,
yeah.
His name is Don, I think, right?
No. He's talking about the guy who was shaking. He kept shaking down his cousin George, Tim's cousin George Hamley.
Yeah,
the guy that was shaking him down at the motorcycle,
wearing the glasses.
His name's Peng. Yeah, that
his body language and just the way he kind of moved and spoke. I'm like, I thought he was going to be a tough guy at first. I'm like, this is giving me really real Bruce Lee vibes. This guy, and he looks like an actor who's played Bruce Lee before in the movie.
His shirt had that face on it. Was that Michael McDonald on his shirt?
I didn't catch that. I'm not sure.
I thought it was the Michael McDonald, the guy from the Doobie Brothers. I thought it was his face, but I'm like, I don't have his face memorized enough. But it was some kind of just the fashion in this movie is interesting, we'll say.
Well, it's also Thai 20 years ago, so
Right.
Thailand 20 years ago. I would expect it to be a little nutty. But also the boss in the Fight Club kind of area, you know what he was using? He was using an altered World War II radio device with a small speaker. It's a type of radio they developed that senses the vibration in your throat and uses that to recreate the words that you're saying. It's how they were able to communicate with 4 Typhoon engines blasting in your ears. I'm like, I've seen that before. He's adapted with a little speaker, and that's how he was talking. That was really neat. That was a neat little nod.
Used one of those, just like them. They had the hole in their throat and everything.
Yes, I was gonna say it's like throat cancer. They get so you can still understand them. Yeah.
And then later on, he's smoking in the hole. Good stuff.
I didn't know this, but ONG-BAK, it just means like I think it was Ong is like damage or something, and then the Bak is like sacred honor and the statue, so it's about the ONG-BAK. They keep saying it, and that's what it was referencing. But that's what those words roughly translate to. I thought that was kind of cool.
I was hoping that the English version of it was wrong and it meant like cheese bread or something in Thai.
So I thought it was kind of cool that like they lose the head of their Buddha, and their village, they have nothing. Like they are truly dirt poor, and whenever he first leaves
to him to run into town.
Yeah, so whenever he first has to go to Bangkok to retrieve that head, and everybody's thrown in what little they have, like one girl has a single coin and all this sort of thing. And I just thought that was, like these people had nothing and they gave them what little they had. And I thought that was just interesting. And it kind of, that mentality carries through the entire film, especially with Ting's character, where even later on when he's winning fights and they're like, here's your prize money. He's like, I don't want the money. I just want the statue back so I can go home.
Just because it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Also, I love that he was just trying to retrieve his money and he just walked into the ring. He's like, I guess this is happening. All right.
I can't not make this joke. You could tell that he was going to Bangkok because of the scene where he walked through the turnstile sideways. You know,
get it?
Yeah. It's an old Confucius saying. There you go. Let's see. So, yeah, the guy from the village, he goes by George, but his actual name was it Humley?
Humley. Yeah, Humley.
Yeah, that dude. I mean, in a lot of ways, the movie, he's like a major character. A lot of
he's almost the main character in some ways. Because Ting is the quiet, stoic badass who's he's here to kick names and take at. Wait, no, that's not right.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Got it. Perfect.
That was great.
Yeah.
Also, Raven Nevermore brings up a good point on ONG-BAK. Stuntman movies are awesome. John Wick, the original, was a stuntman movie essentially because like the directors were stunt coordinators for like a decade and a half or two in Hollywood before they got the chance to make John Wick. And yeah, stuntman directed movies, so long as the story isn't garbage, are always cool. In fact, they are always cool. They just aren't always good stories. It's like who's that Korean guy? Who's that Korean action star? Kind of an older guy. He's like been in. I can't remember that guy's name, but that guy. Anytime he's in a movie now, I'm like, it's good. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna see him kick somebody's ass, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and that's all.
I know who you're talking about. It's like Sung Woo Bin, I think.
Yeah, it might be. I don't. Korean names are tricky for me because they all sound very similar to me. But
I got a Korean name, but I can't remember it. I'm trying to collect like names in all the languages, so you got to give me a Hawaiian one later, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I have my, I believe I have I don't know, I can't remember if Kahuna gave me a Hawaiian name, but ever since you told me that, I believe you gave me a name. You gave me a Chinese name.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then, which I think that might be saved in like Gilded somewhere, so I might need to track that down again. It might be on our DMs on X too, but yeah, I like that idea, man, collecting names.
I do actually have a Thai name fitting with the movie, but it also sounds almost like an Irish person talking about their balls. Because my Thai name means like a wise sage. It's Minatsui.
Minatsui.
Yeah, Minatsui.
I have a name for you, Michael.
All right.
Moi Moyapua. Moi Moyapua.
Boy Moyapua.
Means sleeping pig.
Sleeping pigeon. I'll take it.
Technically, moi is sleeping, but double the meaning, double the word, so it works out. No, it's fun.
So with Homely, whenever we're first introduced to his character, he's got the dyed blonde hair and all this sort of stuff, and his sister's there, whose name
very early 2000s, I approve.
And there's a joke about it later on, because that's the thing. The movie starts off like it's fairly serious in tone, and then it just kind of shifts.
The woman selling the knives is so funny. Like that at that moment,
the
like,
giant cleaver.
Yeah.
The knife lady goes by real slow.
Selling knives.
Yeah, and she's just dead. His character, though, he's like a total dirtbag when we first meet him. I guess he knows Ting from the village, but he's moved to Bangkok long ago. And so whenever he comes across him, he has no interest in helping him at all until he sees the money that Ting has. He has the village's money. And then, of course, from that, he ends up taking that money and taking it down to the local fight club. And he's going to put it all...
redistributes the money. Okay.
So yeah, he certainly does, and he puts it all on the wrong guy. That dude, so he loses the money, and Ting is just walking in there to get the money, like you were saying. He walks right into the ring, and they're like, "When are you gonna fight?" He's like, "Oh no, I just like need to get my money." And the guy's like, "I'll take care of you," and he's like, "Fight!" So it's like that's his fight. He takes down the dude in one shot.
Kick.
And I like the guy.
Nice kick, too.
The guy he's fighting in the match before he goes into the ring, the guy just suplexes a dude. like, what is this?
Like he's doing WWE moves on these guys.
Exactly.
To be fair, if I was twice the size of your average person over there, I would consider it as well. I'm like, chokeslam. I think I could lift one of these guys with one hand.
Now, whenever he enters the ring, and Anthony Harris, you're going to have to correct me on this, or Chrisman, if you know. I know you guys are into the martial arts and you know all the terminology, but correct me if I'm wrong. The move that he uses to beat the guy in the first fight, wasn't that the arcing overhead downward crescent moon knee crane breaking strike?
What just came out of your mouth?
Sounds exactly right.
Nailed it.
I thought so.
Nailed it.
His wrist twisted a little bit at the end. I'm like, I couldn't remember if the straight was that one or the twist.
I tell you the name of the one he did to the long hair dude. That's called a teep. Teep to the face.
Yeah.
A teep to the face. Oh, okay, I have a bunch of funny made up names. I'll drop out here.
Tiger, broken penis.
That was what was cool though. Is like that, like so in the beginning when he was going through the forums and talking,
yes.
And like that's legit backwoods traditional Muay Thai. Like most of the gyms, like the fight gyms, they've drifted away from that just out of influx of foreigners, and because it's like it's not necessary to know the application of Muay Thai, but like that's very traditional Muay Thai. All of the names of those forms. So I felt like I was like listening to a Patrick Rothfuss novel again. Like it's like it's gonna do sleeping crane and.
You're talking about
jumping
the second.
fish.
You've read the second book. That's what you're talking about. Yeah. No, I haven't met someone in the States who's read the second book. I'm so happy. Okay, good.
I've read the second book. It was
a book. I actually don't hate it, but it was a book. It was certainly a book. It was a very long book. Justin would hate it.
So long.
And if there's ever been a bigger simp in a recent popular fantasy novel, I haven't found one. Egregious.
Like the first book was really good. The second book, I was like, this is really well written wish fulfillment fantasy.
Yes.
Like wish fulfillment.
Yes.
So you're saying he was trained he was literally trained in sex by a sex fairy, and then
sex fairy.
Am I wrong?
It is
Am I wrong?
We know what you like. That's enough.
But without context, this looks really bad.
Yeah, everything in a dim ray is just like, tell me you've you've never been in a fight and never studied fighting without telling me you know nothing about fighting. It's like
it was still cool. It was cool, but it was definitely like
so
wish
annoying.
fulfillment.
Oh my gosh.
Also the women ripen. How do I? Let me phrase this differently. No, they said, you know what I'm talking about in the book though. That they don't their culture doesn't believe that men and women are necessary for each child to be born.
Yes.
They believe women are like trees and that they ripen and then they have children, and that's if the kids happen to look like someone that they are married to or hang out with, that's just coincidence. That's normal.
Yeah, I lost a little bit of love by the end of that book. It's like,
They're like, you also believe in the man mothers of other cultures. What?
Yeah.
What? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, Wolf wasn't like, okay, cool. He was like, no, you're definitely wrong, but
from Felurian through A Dimray, it was just like, my enthusiasm took a big dip. I'll finish it if he ever writes anything else.
If he ever writes it, Like for me, like there was like it's tough because there are moments that are like it's well written and there are moments that are like really captivating to me. But yeah, overall, I was like, oh, that's too bad. And we need to force our readers to read one of those books. Mostly because I want Justin to read it and suffer because he'll hate it. Like the book, especially book one, I would unequivocally say is good.
Yeah, I really liked book one.
Book one is actually it's really solid. Book two is like well written garbage.
It's very that's actually good. It's also like twice as long. Like just out of nowhere. It's very long. Like audiobook style, it's like 47 hours.
No.
And like if you think about it.
Or it might have been like 37. Yeah, 37.
But you think about the pace, think about the pace from his like initial motivation at the beginning of book one and like the pace over 2 books. This is like a 10-book series if there's going to be some sort of like
if it were a
big resolution with the Chandrian at the end. Like
get
out of here. And he's like, what are we? I mean, he's not as slow as George, but I mean, it's pretty slow.
Plus he just lied. Yeah, the author himself, not a great guy, but yo, Maji, why does Kahuna look like he is working? Why am I working a street light? What does that mean?
Like you're camping under a street light to be picked up by.
It reminds me of a song by Flight of Conchords.
She says you're 304.
She's calling me a whore. Anyway, sorry.
You don't have to be a prostitute. No. You don't have to be a manhole.
Was that ad-libbed or is that a real song?
Yeah, it's a real song.
Oh, I was thinking Roxanne. I'm like, how do I make Roxanne into Kahuna?
Kahuna.
But yeah, I did.
Like, woo!
Back to the movie though. I did think that was cool. Watching like that like ultra traditionalist.
Yeah, like the Moy Boran.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's like for those
Moy Boran.
Moy Boran
is kind of the father style of Muay Thai. Yeah. Moy Boran was basically like it was the more actual martial, like the warrior application in Muay Thai became like the sport application.
Oh, okay.
So it's like 2 branches of the same
I know.
style.
Like the Karate Kid.
But...
Yep, exactly.
Finally, an explanation for why the Karate Kid was a Chinese thing all of a sudden. Thank you for that movie.
Yeah, I mean,
still like that movie.
Most karate people, like if you go into karate history, they say they got it from China. Yeah. So
they got everything from China.
Yeah,
and vice versa. They like
exactly.
How do I say this respectfully? Asian cultures steal everything. Okay, that's it. Am I wrong?
I mean, every culture does that, but
that's kind of true. I'm saying in recent and modern times, I'd say that's still the case. But yes, anyway.
Well, it's cool to hear that this is like I don't know, grassroots kind of style because the movie has that vibe. That's actually one thing about that bothered me is the way the color grading was done. It feels very like yellow, and dirty.
That's how they did a lot of older Asian
filmed in
films.
Mexico.
Like Bangkok Dangerous looks the
Yes.
same way.
I think it's just Thailand.
There's no color
It's just-
grading. It's just that's
it's
what it
not
looks,
color
man.
That's
grading.
air
It's hot.
pollution, Justin.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like, can't you guys fix this? We tried. We added color.
you know, you might
Well,
be
I
right. I
wasn't
don't
there
know.
in
Never been.
2003, but I've been there. Last time I was there, dang, it was like 11 years ago. Anyway, it's pretty nice. Nice and beautiful.
Which part?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand? Haven't been there. My uncle auntie is from
I've
there.
only been
and-
to Bangkok. I actually I've been to one of the streets that they filmed on. So.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, how many streets
I think
are
it
there?
was- What was it? What was the name of the street? It was like Khaosan or Khao, something like that.
That
I
sounds
was
right.
like, hey, I know that. I've been there.
I've been there. No, for our construction company, we have a engineer and his wife. It's like they have nice properties and homes over here. They make good money. That's like over there. He's like, oh yeah, I own an apartment building. I'm like, what? He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm returning it like 3 stories into my own home. I'm like, whoa, you're a king over there, dude. What are you doing over here? He's like, more money here. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh yeah, that's something else too. He's like, I'm trying to find a trustworthy company to ship my like virtually unaltered 1968 Mustang back over there. I'm like, that's so cool, dude. I love that car.
That's ultra status. That's ultra status.
Oh, over there? Yeah, dude. Yeah. You know, around here, I see a nice 68 Mustang. I'm like, oh, feel things.
Dude, the guy. So my boss at the studio where I worked, like that was like his like side investment hustle was muscle cars, and so he would turn one over like every few years, and he's the last one. Not the last. The last one he sold before I moved out here was a pristine 1970 Mustang Mach 1, and he sold it to a guy in Australia for $200,000.
Jeez.
In Australian money or real money?
In real money.
Oh, nice.
And that's why the guy took a while to took a minute for the guy to pay for it, because the Australian dollar dipped at that time, and he had to wait for it to come back up so he could transfer it all out, and then he had to pay to ship it. It was like another $75,000 to ship it to Australia.
The shipping to Australia is mad. I don't know why it's so much.
But over there, that's like driving a
like a Ferrari or something,
Bugatti or something.
Like a boutique Lamborghini Ferrari in America. Like
a bedazzled Lamborghini that nobody would want to drive.
For me, I got a '74 Ford Maverick for like $2,000. It was like I like to call it the Mustang's little brother. It looked like a lot like a '70s Mustang, but it was just like
Mustang went wildly off course for a long time. It's like '70s started getting weird. '80s, you got the Fox body. I'm like, I really barely tolerate Fox body.
My old Ford Maverick, it looked cool. It was awesome, but it was just a crap car. But it was a cool crap car.
No, that's fun. My dad still wishes he had a car that he built back in high school. It was 1964 Mercury Comet. And the thing is, it's one of those cars that was just a boat. It was a huge car. I'll see if I can look it up, actually.
Those boats are, like, those boat cars are fun to drive. They're just like,
you got to start stopping like a mile before the traffic light.
He hired his buddy who would paint Volkswagen Bugs, like super, super nice on the side, as like a side income when he was in high school and college. And he, so my dad hired him to paint the Comet. And the guy called him. He's like, "Dude, come here. I need your help. This car is like 3 times bigger than the Volkswagen."
Real quick, we got a super chat, 1999 from Pritchard Pub. My lovely wife, Katie. She says, "I think this lineup of hosts is perfect. Wonderful things ahead. You hugs deserve it. You guys deserve it. She corrects right
I thought
here.
you
You guys,
saying thugs.
you guys deserve it. Love you and proud of you. We love you too.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks. I'm not a host, but I'll take it anyway.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you'll take it. You'll take it. Hey, you guys.
You guys.
Hey, you guys.
Man, that's like what every protester / rioter looks like. But
Wait, me?
Sloth.
no,
My Goonie sloth, I think, is what he's implying.
you're not a sloth. But we do need to normalize some sort of sloth meme. Like there's Karens, there's Chads, there's Kyles, there's sloths.
But yeah, that's basically a 1964 Mercury comet. It was a two-toned paint job in the 1980s. It would look red during the day and then turn purple like as the light went down a little bit.
Nice.
Very, very, very cool car back.
You should check out the '74 Ford Maverick 2-door.
Oh, we lost a Kahuna. Oh, dang.
I'm
telling you,
Maverick.
the super chats are sniping us. So if you want to see our entire stream crash just for the memes, just throw money at it. Just throw money at it, because every dollar shakes the foundation of the Iron Seas. It rocks the boat. I don't know what the dollar limit is to actually tip over the ship. I'm not gonna lie, the ship is really big. These days it's carrying a big tower. I don't know if you guys are caught up with the fan fiction, the flash fiction on the Substack. But yes, a very sturdy ship with sturdy captains. Whoa, what do we got here? What do we got here?
Oh no!
No, good Lord, have mercy.
Is this Hawaiian lady? Is this Hawaiian woman? Is this
talking about, Gubby?
Hear some things now.
it's the Hawaiian woman.
This is the best $17 I've ever spent, by the way, for anyone wondering. Very authentic Hawaiian woman mask from like 40 years ago.
That was like 1980.
Oh yeah, probably. Every time AC's wife buys a saber cat, the stream gets inches closer to actual prostitution. I think I would get. I would be given a permanent nap in the Middle East if I showed up looking like this. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Thanks for that, Pritchard Pub. I'm one of the favorite kids.
Fits over the headphones.
He was one of our first guests on the Pritchard Pub proper too, on our little interview show we got over there. It's a more one-on-one type of thing, just completely focused on like back and forth guest and us the whole time. A little bit like Rogan, but if Rogan focused on the guest.
Yeah, and Michael was one of the first on my show too, the Iron Seas Legends, that I haven't done in like 9 months. I need to find a way to get my setup at my house, but there's no room, so I need to figure that out. It'll be fun.
I also was with DPR Daniel Riley before he even joined IAK. I was like one of his first interviews too.
Oh, that's fun. Kahuna has gone full Karen. I'd like to... Wait.
You're Kahuna.
Yes. Beat me to
I'd like to speak to your manager. Oh no, we lost AC again. He has to go visit his wife. Anyway.
We lost him.
Yeah.
He'll be gone for another 3 minutes. Boy, that boy has little Energizer money back there. Anyway. We weren't talking about you in any innuendic kind of way, AC, just letting you know.
He does look very happy right now, just saying.
It's good. I can't. I'm glitching out so much I can't really. I'm just struggling to keep up.
Yeah.
He
comes in just like just happy, guys. I don't know.
I feel good. You guys feel good? I feel good tonight. That's just hanging out, man. Yeah.
I can't hear anything, so if you guys are having fun, that's awesome.
Anyone else want to shower? Anyone else want to shower?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You don't hear anybody?
Yes.
Something about your camera makes your glasses look fake, like they're an AI edition. Maybe it's just my screen, man. I don't know what's
Are
happening.
you talking to me?
No, I was talking to
Talking to me or-
Michael.
or-
Anthony.
His thing, he said he might have to dip out and come back. His audio is not working quite right, but
You can't hear.
it's all good.
Oh, yep. If
He's always that guy. There's always that guy.
You knew it too, dude. You knew it too. Darn it. Oh, I'd be the worst guy to have like helping out. Like, no, I'd be helpful, but I'd also cause trouble for sure. Okay, well, Billy,
Monty Python did that once live on one of the flying circuses.
No
they
way.
started to talk really quiet. And they got quieter and quieter and quieter, and the sound they keep pulling the sound up trying to get him in the mic, and then when they go back to normal volume, it's like, oh my god,
loud.
it's so loud.
Blow out their eardrums, yeah.
That's great.
I'm pretty sure they got in trouble for that, but it was hilarious.
Worth it.
Let me. Also, Billy Judd is still coming in with the Harry Potter casting ideas. Let me think.
Billy.
Wait. Who should be Moaning Myrtle? Moaning Myrtle. Who should be Moaning Myrtle? That's a casting we should decide.
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
decide Moaning Myrtle. Zendaya.
Except like Moaning Myrtle, except she's boring.
She'd really capture it well with her barn door barn door performance.
I've noticed with her, I'm more impressed the less she speaks. Zendaya's acting. It's like kind of like Keanu in some of his earlier roles. It's like you really need to not say lines sometimes, my man. Sorry, dude. Like, I love the guy, I love the actor, but like Keanu is one of those guys I think who needs the right role in order to shine properly. There's a reason he was perfect as Neo from The Matrix. It's kind of meant to be like generic. Whoa. I love
Bella Ramsey should be.
Yeah, Bella. Yeah, she's got the right face. That's the proper
potato
casting,
girl.
Yeah. It's the proper casting.
Oh,
right there.
we should make a video about that. Like, let's do castings let's do our own fan casting of the new Harry Potter show.
I do think we should cover some Harry Potter and what's the other thing? Billy is actually on point with this information in the current news. He said something else. They just released a trailer for the new Cat in the Hat movie. Right here.
What?
Yeah.
They've already made a bad
Why
Cat in
would
the
they
Hat
do that?
movie recently with Michael Myers.
Yeah, with
If
That
there's
was like
any-
almost 20 years ago now.
I
do.
know.
I know. It's
But, like,
scary.
Like, why would you like Harry?
It's funny that that's still recently to us.
Yeah. Like recently, you mean 2004? Oh fuck. I mean, I'm the youngest guy here. I can't even imagine how you guys feel. Oh, dear Lord.
Potato smoke, potato wind, potato
Tater tots.
yeah, tater dust, tater.
Hot balls.
They call me Little Tater. They call
Tater
me
toots.
Tater Salad. Tater Salad. That's what it is.
Tudopi.
Tudoki. So yeah. Anyway, where did we leave off with the movie? I seem to be stable at the moment. I have done a hard shutdown of all of the.
we went like full autist right there on that last.
I don't know how we
thing with
got
Katie.
here. Actually, I'm concerned.
I think we stopped at the Underground Fight Club.
We just got into the Underground Fight Club. Yeah, whenever he gets
all the way through.
Good lord!
we made
did
it 15
derail-
minutes into the movie's runtime, guys. And now
How
we did
about
it.
we just
tangent.
Like, how about no more tangents? Things we liked, and then
Yep.
rating. Let's just go for
Yeah,
it.
because tonight it does seem like tonight is kind of a celebration of getting our super chats back. But StreamYard is trying their damnedest to dampen it. So you know.
Also, one of our fans is trying to seduce one
Yeah.
specific captain a lot, and it's working. It's working.
Yeah.
But Jarrod,
It is.
See-
final
Wench.
thoughts on the film, and then rating, my friend.
So I have a big problem, and maybe Anthony here, or maybe Anthony will understand this, but it's like, I martial arts films. I'm very sticky on. So most of my favorite parts of this movie were when they were not fighting, or because the amount of damage the human body can absorb when you put them in a real world setting like that, it's just it doesn't line up. You just can't do that. And so it breaks my immersion, but just because I know what that's like to get kicked in the shin and have to eat a few of those before you can get a good shot in, or all of that stuff, or what it's like to hit somebody in the face with an elbow, and it's
don't hit them with your weenus too hard. You'll have funny bone problems.
So I have a problem with that. So with this one, I remember thinking it didn't hold up as much as I wanted it to, unfortunately. But again, I'm also aware I'm a complete hypocrite too, because if you put it in a fantasy setting like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or Hero, then I am all in, and it is awesome. And I don't care if they're running on bamboo.
You weren't able to put it in its own category enough to
No.
Yeah, for me, yeah. Go ahead.
I give it I would let it float. It just doesn't sail. I'll put it that way. It's driftwood. But it was good for Tony Jaa, and I like it. I like it for that, because he got to do some really awesome stuff. And he went there were, especially in some of his later films, you got to see more of what he could do, that with a better team, a better film crew, a better fight choreography, a better you can see a little bit more of his talent, or a lot more of his talent on display. So I did like that.
Yeah, no, that was all good. Michael, your final thoughts on the movie and A Sink or a Float?
Overall, I have a similar view to Jarrod. I remember watching it a lot back in the day, and it was really fun. And I also I've done some martial arts. I've been elbowed in the face. I don't think I've elbowed anybody in the face, but I've definitely been elbowed in the face.
It's kind of a weird move. The elbow is kind of a weird move, because it's your arm at the halfway point. You have to already be in close for it to work that way. And why not use your fist?
Dude, use your elbow, because it's much stronger.
Way harder. This is way harder.
Yeah, basically this is way more damaging, and you can put it can absorb a lot more damage to you.
Yeah.
So sure. Elbows are, even if I could elbow from punching distance, I sure as heck would do that.
You sound like one of the Baki characters. At one point, the character gets his handcuff. He's and you think it's over now in this fight, and then he just hits him with the stub of. He's like, "Finally, I always got tired of my fingers getting broken." What? If you guys haven't seen a Baki fight, just look one up on YouTube. It's when you think it's over, you're about 1/8 of the way through the fight.
Okay. I haven't watched Baki yet, but now I have a reason.
There is a character in the manga that does stop an earthquake by punching the ground really hard.
I love it.
That's good.
Oh Christ!
For me, having done martial arts, I'm also more forgiving, probably a little bit more forgiving than Jarrod is. I'm just martial arts movies I just kind of view most all of them as fantasy. So,
they kind of are.
That's fair. Yeah.
Maybe it didn't cross that boundary for Jarrod, because it wasn't a movie like Hero or Crouching Tiger is obviously fantasy. It's not anything resembling real.
Yeah. Whereas this is kind of implying that there's some sort of realism, hey, this dude is doing this kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching and I was like, oh, some of these moves are fun. I've done some of them and had some of them done to me. One of the things you see is him, I think he elbowed or kneed somebody who was kicking him. Mm-hmm. And using that as a block is really fun, because it sucks so bad. One time I was sparring with my younger brother who moves like Bruce Lee, and like I went for a kick, and he just kneed me like right in the meat of my thigh, and it was like I could barely stand. And then like,
dude, yeah.
one of my prouder moments were like they were doing a side kick at me like when I was sparring them, and I just like I caught their kick, like guided their kick into the heel of their or the arch of their foot right into my
Ow.
And I was like,
That's
that was 1 in a million. That was awesome.
I never like I wrestled like for school, but I never did judo or boxing or any of the other martial arts I did. Like in a sports setting, I just started street fighting for a while when I was like 16, and I was angry. And I figured I'll get in trouble if I do it at school. What's the smart thing to do? Oh, I'll go fight adults in the street. That's a much better plan. So for a while, that's what I did. What I found was most bodies versus concrete don't do very well.
They're not very durable.
I would, if I could get him on the ground, it was over. And yeah, whether it was a throw, a kick, or a punch, or a kick to the neck for one guy, that guy deserved it. He was a piece of work. But I'm like, when I kicked him in the neck and he went down, I'm like, that worked really, really well. I'm probably not gonna. I'm never gonna get a kick like that ever again. Like those stars aligned. But yeah.
One time, like I was like play fighting with one of my friends, and he was like a big WWE fan, and like he picked me up to power bomb me, and I just like wrapped my legs around his neck and just flipped backwards, and I did like that movie throw. Yeah. And he was like, I was like, I think 140 something like that. He was like 200 pounds at the time. And like I just sent him flying. I was like, that was the coolest thing ever.
I am a god.
It's never gonna happen again, but I did it. That was awesome.
So
the one fight that they did when the guy came over the top with a bottle, and I don't know if you guys caught it, but he put his head and headbutted the bottle on purpose. Like I know a guy who does that in fights. Like and like he
a fist on the top of the head hurts.
He learned it. I think he either learned it in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands, or in Thailand, because he fought, and he is a nut. Like dude's a nut, like legit.
Anyone who bears nickname's Mad Dog fun is scary.
But he would do that. He would like in his professional fights, like he would let it, like you're feeling each other out, and he gets the timing on the guy's cross, and the guy comes across. Guy comes in with a 1-2, and he'll 1-2, and he drops his forehead and will catch it right there, and the guy will drop back, and then he'll be like, "Hurts, doesn't it?" and then just proceed to wail on him like this, like madman. So like I did like that. I was like, Mad Dog does that when he like stuck his head in to catch that ball. I was like, oh, I've seen that. Nasty. It's nasty.
I also like how Ting didn't have to move very much, or he didn't move more than was necessary for him to win the fight. He didn't flourish, which is like when he was running, he did, but when he was fighting, he didn't really flourish. He did what he needed to do. But
yeah,
overall,
that's like how I generally view somebody as skilled, like in martial arts. Like if they're able to do the bare minimum with the most amount of damage, that's like the tell of a skilled martial artist. Actually, I think Ja wasn't like, if I remember correctly, he never did like fighting. He just was like an incredible body mimic who watched a lot of kung fu movies, but you can still tell he's like super skilled because he's able to have such economy of motion.
Did you catch the stunt double in the end fight when the guy like the guy that has like the like full magazine of syringes for this roids, but like and that, did you catch the stunt double with the wig in that?
I didn't. I have before, but I didn't catch it this last time.
Not with Ja. Like if they doubled in somebody with Tony Ja, they did a really good job. But the other guy's like that they cut away to a wider shot, and it's like, that wig is terrible because it's like permanently stuck to cover his face, and it doesn't move with the rest of the body.
Oh my god! We need to do a skit now where it's kung fu themed, We're all dressed like pirates, and all of the stunt doubles are Kahuna.
I have to dress like each of you for each stunt.
Yes.
No, and even better, you do that, and then you also stand in, because we're fighting an army of feminists in this scenario. So you have to stand in for all the lady combatants.
I'm wearing
during
cut off
all the
Daisy
action.
Dukes for that.
Yeah,
Just because Coon has to.
I have cut off Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that'll be good. That'll be good.
There's
One
a
day
picture
when we
of
have a
somewhere on the
studio.
internet of me somewhere with a fake, like a dragon toy sticking out of the front of my Daisy Duke pants, and I don't know what happened to that. I don't know where it is, but it exists out there somewhere. Oh, SVB Gaming and Live Wallpaper. Tony John. Oh yeah, so I don't know.
He's not really a Thai-born guy. He was Thai in the movie, but he's not actually Thai. He was just brought to Thai to make the movies. I don't know where he's from then.
I can see that.
Tony John from?
I think he might be Indonesian or something.
It's a
I
common
thought was
tactic.
Thai. I thought he was like minority. Like I think he was like one of the Thai minority peoples.
Yeah, it says he grew up in northeastern province of Surin in Thailand. So I don't know.
Yeah. I think he's like from like the Drong people or something. Like
Maybe he's like maybe it's like inner state like racism. It's like, oh, they're not real Thais.
Oh, okay.
No. Or probably just got him mistaken with Iko Iwas.
Don't they have like a few different ethnicities within Thailand, right?
Yeah. Like it's like here in China, there's like 56 official ethnicities.
Yeah.
And in Thailand, I don't know.
Russia's worse. Russia's
like
such a big country.
or something.
Yeah.
Why you did bring Russia into this discussion? We talk about Thailand.
Because Russians are not only Eastern European, they're also Asian by like a lot.
The AI is so triggered right now. It's like, what are you talking about?
Wait, guys, YouTube are listening. Wow. Finance, millions of dollars.
We love you, mother of YouTube. We love you.
Mother Russia.
Russia bad, Ukraine good, yes.
Making money, lip gloss. Kahuna will now do a full makeup tutorial. Let's see how many algorithms we can get.
Actually, along with the other precedents that have been set tonight, I think, Kahuna, we need you to read not only Brian's super chat here from earlier in a dramatic voice, but also I'm going to pull up two of Katie's. I'm going to pull up two of Pritchard Pub's. And we should have set that as a precedent to you. Super chat, Kahuna reads it in a cool, dramatic. You got your effect board over there?
I do.
Okay, yeah. Here we go.
Roland's shirt always earns a super chat. Record of the Paladins, Book of Ansis, out today.
Nice. And then Pritchard Pub. No, I'll find one more.
Oh, wait, I got it.
I'm Anthony Harris, bicycle kicks.
I got to pick one that's not too bad, and then
it's hard. And then you did so many bad ones.
I know. Right here. Here we go.
And Anthony Harris is one of my favorite guests for sure.
and then one more because it's also relevant to the show.
Now, guys, I've been misrepresenting your voice. I'll do her real voice.
Okay.
Another banger from one of our lovely hosts.
Yes.
That's why AC is anxious to get off this street.
Oh yeah,
it's on.
Come to bed, AC.
I'm having a blast. Oh my god. The kid is asleep. I hard shut down his device, so now I have more bandwidth, which is why I'm not so glitchy. So I'm actually stoked for the rest of the show.
In Mother Russia, shirt wear a Kahuna.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh my god.
Oh, bro. No, that's great. But yeah, I give the movie a float. I didn't even get to finish it, but for me, Jarrod, I never, no part of me thought this is realistic at any point. So it does feel like I view it the same way I view a movie like whatchamacallit, like any American action movie. Like Lethal Weapon, not real.
Yeah.
Fun, good to watch or fun? Yes, very fun to watch.
Yeah,
I view it kind of in the same way.
Yeah, same here.
that's fair.
I give
That's
it,
fair.
Float and kind of sell.
That or like Tokyo Drift. I'm like, this isn't real, but I'm really enjoying myself anyway.
Mhm.
That movie's if any of you guys have not rewatched that movie in a long time, give it a try. It is weird. It's a fever dream of a movie.
Tokyo Drift.
You know what
Yeah,
was
dude, that movie's really weird.
you know what was
kinda
a
is,
bad movie but was fun as heck? Was the second Michael Bay Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
I
I
haven't
never
seen
saw
that
either
yet.
of
I
them.
didn't see the second one.
Oh, dude, it's so bad. It's straight garbage. But it was one of the funnest movies I've ever seen. I was just like smiling the whole time. I was like, "This is so stupid. I love it."
That is all of the Fast and the Furious. Dude, he does a wheelie with the muscle car in the first one. That established where they're gonna like this. They're like, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do this cool shit.
Also, Tokyo Drift, that main character, the southern accent in Japan is.
I'm
was a
kinda
lot.
surprised
That-
he never joined the
lot.
crew.
Mhm.
Never became
Yeah.
part of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how that character moves to Japan and dates the only non-Japanese girl in 1,000 Miles.
They even made a joke about it in the
That's
film
right,
though.
yeah.
It's just like, why
Did
can't you
they?
be like every other white dude and just date a Japanese girl?
See, yeah, that's
There's a
called
lot
hanging
on
a lantern, boys. That's hanging a lantern.
Yeah.
But so they definitely chose him to do that. I don't know, because they wanted to write that joke or something. There was some reason at some point they paired
Also,
them up.
SVB Gaming and Live Wallpaper. He's actually from Khmer Soren. He also learned Kun lobotomy, traditional martial arts in Cambodia, which is inscribed heritage by UNESCO, which is in use for fighting in movie. Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
So he's from Cambodia. Very similar part of the world. They might even be neighboring countries if my geography is not super far off.
Yeah. If you watch a lot of Muay Thai, you'll see a lot of the Khmer people fighting the Thai people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my take on it, I would say I'm gonna give it. It's a matter of taste, right? This definitely is kind of like a taste movie because, like, from a pure
taste
storytelling, like traditional literary, it doesn't float. We're glitching out a little. It doesn't float, right? But then when you look at like the choreography and stuff like that, and you look at the character study in just watching Tony Jaa and all this other stuff, and you view it as a fighting movie like that, not really a storytelling movie, start looking at these stylistic avenues, then yeah, of course it floats. Because, I mean, for example, authors out there.
Good example.
Such a good point. So true.
I agree.
Great example.
Tell me more.
What a legend. Go off, AC.
Yep.
So
There's
eloquent.
artists,
It's
anybody
gonna be
you can
really
watch
funny
this
on the
movie
playback.
and just like pause it frame by frame.
No.
Oh no.
He's still going, I bet. No.
He said pause it and then he froze.
Oh.
Am I back?
No.
Let me know when I'm back.
Am I
Now
back?
you're back.
You're back,
Back.
guy.
Don't worry.
Hey,
You-
Okay.
you're
No,
back.
and then it just paused. And then-
You said like
Okay, so
pause it and
it's,
then you
it's Big Brother. Napoleon and Snowball are after me. Okay, so authors and comic book creators and stuff out there, I'll get it out quick. You can watch this movie frame by frame and see what Tony Jaa's doing, and like they said, there's some real stuff going on in here. So if you need like a freeze frame of like a stance that like makes sense with your like superhero, like I kind of like this. It's kind of like dramatic, but like yeah, you know what I mean. You can find that in this movie. There's realistic fighting things. As an author, even you can watch it and get ideas to for your fight scene in your book. So I'm gonna float it in that regard.
I call it the Seattle fisting technique.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Yikes.
so I don't know. My vote, it factors for both,
Asking.
whatever the majority
Oh
is.
Christ! Sorry. It's been a
I
long
think it's
day,
I think that's a 5 for 5 floater.
Yeah. Okay.
Did Evalie?
Well.
Did you say
Oh no,
yours?
Evalie didn't go.
Did not. So
He hates it. He's like,
Shut up, Evan.
No, it was short.
No.
He's gonna like this film. It was short.
It was an hour 45. It's not short for an action movie. It's 25
Rock
minutes.
said it was the most
No,
fun.
I have like 7 pages of notes on this movie.
But it only
get
took
it.
him 45 minutes.
Let's hear it.
No, I'm not going to go through all 7 pages.
Read it line for line. No.
I thought that definitely some good action, like we said. There's a lot of interesting fight sequences that, if you watch the movie or just go check out the clips, you'll get to see them. Lots of flying knees to the chest, lots of elbows to the very top of people's heads, including one where fire ignites in his eye first, and then he elbows the guy directly on top of the head, and the blood just like shoots out.
Yeah.
Which was like that. It was just like, yeah, it's silly, but it was fun. There's some humor in it that's hit and miss. His buddy is in this chase scene, and again, the movie's very serious with him, where he's stealing money, and him and his sister are gambling. His sister's in college, and they're really bad at gambling, like they're getting away with it, but then he's hiding the cards under his foot, but then he just leaves them there. Like, there's so many little weird things like that. But he's running, and he tries to. The chase scene on foot, where Tony Jaa's running, is hilarious in one way because they're just trying to figure out ways to get him to do cool stuff. So there's like 2 people just moving like glass panes for him to do a cool flip between. There's a circle of barbed wire. There's guys carrying a barbed wire circle so that he can jump through it. It's just like completely absurd. So that's funny in one way.
That reminds me of like
impressive.
old Jackie Chan films. Jackie Chan films were filled to the rim with stuff like that. It's like we need an empty construction site halfway through a project stat right now.
Right. But then he's got his buddy running behind him, and he tries to do some of the same stuff, and he like jumps over these swords or something, and they cut his pants, and he's like, "Oh, this is not my lucky day," and it's like I'm kind of laughing, but like, what is happening? This just like total tone shift with it. So the flaming legs was cool. There's some cool stunts in there. He does like lights his legs on fire at the gas station. He's spinning around. He looks like a Tekken character or something. I like the fight sequence early on where it wasn't just the same fight over and over. The first guy he fights is the bear, and he's just all strength and power. And how's he going to beat that guy? Then the second dude shows up looking like Jamiroquai, and he's all speed and deception. So it's like a total different fight in a way. And then the third guy hits him, like you mentioned earlier, over the head with a bottle, and then they just start fighting with every piece of furniture in the building. So you get like a variety in the fights that are going on with him. I wish that at some point he would have teamed up with a guy that had an equal skill set and they could have played off of each other. I think that would have been a lot of fun. The tuk-tuk chase was good stuff. I enjoyed the tuk-tuk chase.
I need to finish this film. I don't even know about the tuk-tuk chase. And
that was pretty good, man.
Yeah, all in all, I give it it floats just barely. I think if you were just like, let me just go and look up all the action sequences and do it in a half hour instead of an hour 45, I think that would be totally fine. But it's definitely worth checking those out. It is subtitled,
like
though,
skip the story. Skip the story. Just what?
The story is just like it's an action movie. The story is more or less just a reason to get to like cool set pieces. So
yeah, but you watch Lord of the Rings, which is 3 movies of walking.
But they're amazing. They're so good though.
No, I know. I'm just
no movies are that good. That's why it's like if you're gonna be that long, it's got to be amazing. So yeah, slight fluke.
Howard Short did the soundtrack Howard Short should just do the soundtrack for every country. It's like walking in Thailand. Dun, 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 dun.
The soundtrack was interesting for this movie. Like, it's one I halfway love it and halfway hate it because like it was mixed so badly, but it's fun music, but it doesn't quite match, if that makes sense.
I felt like that one, the foot chase scene, the foot chase scene felt like they were trying to do a Guy Ritchie film.
Yeah, it felt like different films at different points.
Yeah, because of the score, because of how they scored it, it felt like they were trying to do a Guy Ritchie film. Like I would like something I would hear off of someone who watched too much Guy Ritchie making their own movie. Is what that felt like. And then in the tuk-tuk chase scene too, like that one. What wasn't Guy Ritchie though? I didn't get the Guy Ritchie vibes, but it was like
Jackie Chan vibes.
Yes. Yeah,
I got Jackie Chan vibes a lot in a very short portion of the film I was able to watch.
You know, it'd be fun.
One thing I gotta say is I did enjoy like Evalee was talking about like the underground fight scene with like the Jeet Kune Do guy and like the big brute strength guy and the crazy guy. Like especially the Jikunu guy. I was like, it's nice them showing like how tiring just being cut off, like having a guy who can control distance and who can cut off the ring is, and like how much that messes with you. So when I was watching that again, I was like, oh, that's actually a cool little detail that you don't see a lot.
The fuzzy hair guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jamiroquai. Okay, got it.
Yeah, Fro Boy.
Yeah.
He looked like a character off of the Avatar the animated series.
Oh yeah. Avatar.
Rewatching this made me realize that it's one of the inspirations for one of the characters in my book. Between this and like Jackie Chan, how they fight with they use distance with like a rope and a heavy object. You know, he was like using his feet and like getting the leverage to kick it off, and then he snipes him in the face with like a horseshoe on like you know what I mean, like on a rope.
Yeah, that's like
I have a character that fights like that. So it's kind of hard to describe.
No, it's not hard to describe. Remember that scene from Shanghai Noon? Just like that.
Exactly, just like that.
Yeah, an improvised meteor hammer. That's the name for that weapon, is the meteor hammer.
The meteor hammer.
Yeah, basically, like, you can have a meteor hammer with a ball or a spike at the end. Basically, it's like a heavy ball, or you can also do it with a spike, and it's basically like a rope with the like heavy ball or spike, and you just kind of whip it around and use it to like pinpoint strike. It's pretty.
We call it the if him up rope.
Exactly.
Also, recently, someone pointed out a blatant fight choreography plagiarism that happened a while ago, and I never caught it.
Well, what's that?
There is a fight in Marvel's The Winter Soldier that is straight stolen choreography from Naruto, the TV show.
Oh, really?
Like, straight stolen, never acknowledged.
Nice.
Like,
they got weebs in the writing room. I knew it.
Yeah.
A weeb in the modern day finally watched the old Marvel films. Like, hey, hold on. Click, enhance.
Enhance. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
That's like there's this DCU animated movie, and they stole a fight straight from the Scott Adkins movie Undisputed 2.
Yeah,
it was like scene for scene, like shot for shot remake.
It's like you can borrow sequences, but you don't borrow the like a whole thing. That's not borrowing. That's stealing. Like
yeah. Do homage rather than steal.
Homage. Yeah.
Homage.
Stop laughing, Justin. It's like I didn't laugh once whenever someone said Bangkok in this entire discussion. Don't laugh at that. We are mature people here, says the guy wearing a pink feather scarf. What do they call these, by the way? There's a name for this.
Boa.
How do you guys? Whoa,
Ric Flair, man.
How do you guys know that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll say Ric Flair.
Totally. me wearing it, not sus. You guys knowing the name right off the top of your head, a little sus.
It's just Ric Flair, man. I'm like, it's Ric Flair, you know.
I do identify with him quite a bit. The
I was gonna say in the woo too. Yeah.
Cocaine addiction and the yelling woo. I feel like he and I have a lot in common.
It's like
what page are you on in your notes, Justin?
Oh, I'm
we throw them out.
Yeah. She floats, but because our clips are behind a paywall, I'll have that next week. We don't have the floating clip, so woo, it floats.
Yay. 5 for 5. There you go.
The next section is going to be Anthony Harris promoting his stuff. So we'll get to that. We'll just finish the show with that. Like we'll just do the last. That'll be the last chunk of the show is whatever he wants to talk about. So what were you going to say, Jared?
Jarrod's song is awesome, and I listen to it fairly often. So
thank you, man. Now I was going to say like for this movie specifically before we really put it to bed, like my favorite fight of the whole thing was the rope fight on the border when they went up to the Burmese border. That was pretty cool. And like I don't know, I think that was probably the best, even though in the story like he threw the fight, that was probably one of the most well done fight sequences in the film.
Yeah.
I need to watch the rest of it. It was a really good.
Yeah, you do. Anything with Tony Jaa, dude, is really good.
I like the scene where he's fighting with the staff, and then it breaks, and then he does like I think it's called like Bukatar, like the twin stick fighting.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, just a master on screen there. One of my favorite. There's a lot of gifs of Tony Jaa. There's one where he just like jumps up into the air and kicks a streetlight out. It's like, that guy's so crazy.
Which movie was that?
Also, there's something about like if it's especially if the action is well done, which it mostly is in this film. Just a guy willing to lay down some hurt on people who deserve it is a very satisfying thing to watch. As long as the story isn't like terrible. Like I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking for a little, and this movie gave me just that, a little.
It's good for what it is. What it is a weird tonal shift, kind of dumb movie, but it's a good dumb movie.
Yeah.
I don't mind dumb movie. I don't mind dumb movie. Dumb movie
it's
fun. Me like that movie.
For me, like basically, as long as I don't mind dumb movies either, as long as it like works well within the parameters, it's like
within
the story
itself.
sets for itself.
Yeah,
like some stories are dumb stories, but they're fun because they work within they
don't break their own rules. They
don't break their own rules.
They abide by the agreements. Like it's like what's a good like old 2000s comedies were really good at setting the tone right away in the beginning of the film. Like it would be a black screen, like showing some of the names or like a neighborhood, and then like a popular song from the time would come on, and then it would show someone doing something really exceptionally stupid. Like, okay, I know what I'm into. I know what this movie is now.
Like
I'm not going to be surprised by it. Yeah. Well, Hot Rod actually is a great example. That is a great example. Or like American Pie also. That was late 90s, but it doesn't matter. Same basic.
Yeah,
idea.
same theme.
You know exactly what kind of movie it's going to be. Or like Jackass, those movies.
Dude, Happy Gilmore was a perfect
Happy
setup.
Gilmore,
like with him in the hockey tryouts getting in a fight.
Also,
Okay,
Justin, I've been curious about hockey on your behalf, so I've been trying to learn a bit about the history and a bit about the rules. You guys don't fight like you used to. Like one of the hockey U.S. hockey teams in the 70s just beat the living hell out of the Russian team when they.
Oh yeah, dude. I've long said at some point we got to watch Slapshot, and it captures like 1970s minor league hockey, and it's like I have family that went to those games and all that, and like that actually it happened as you see it happening, like exactly like that. So
they're like the Philadelphia Bullies or something.
I'm trying to listen to the song.
Yeah, to your point, it was just a bloodbath sub night.
Like in history, like the real actual match, like the Russians tried to leave. They're like halfway through the game match, they're like, no, this is not. We're out. You won't get paid if you leave. All right, we stay.
Yeah, it's a little bit less violent compared to how it used to be fighting. Instead of just everybody fighting everybody, the enforcer became a specific position on a team that you break them out when you need them. But yeah, guys, it's not just everybody just fighting every night. That's true.
Well, like there's one guy on that particular Philadelphia team who, I think it was Philly, but anyway, he had like over 4,000 penalty minutes, like just about double of anyone else in the entire league. Like I think he got more penalty minutes in a single game than most teams did as a team for an entire season.
Sounds right.
Just going in there, like they're giving these guys nicknames like they're freaking superheroes or something.
Oh wow, Dale Hunter was second overall. That's surprising. Yeah, number one had 400 more than the second guy, and Hunter he's the kind of guy you score a goal and he just cross-check you in the chest after you score for no reason.
I was
Martin
talking
McSorley, he almost killed a guy.
Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Wow, Berube on there too. Sorry, I'm hockey nerd out here.
No, you're good, dude. You're good. Like, I was talking about this with my motorcycle guys this weekend on our trip, and what was it? Oh, I forget. But yeah, no, it was a ton of fun. Like looking back at like some of these old teams and like how they used to. It's like old football, like Leatherhead football style. It's like what are fighting rules? Like, are we allowed to punch each other? Ref's like, I don't know. I can't even tell you apart. There's no uniforms. You guys just have jerseys that are covered in mud and can't even tell who you are now.
You know, I just realized we don't have a section in our Discord for sports, do we?
I don't think we don't need more sections. It's becoming overwhelming. I can't even read.
It's nice to have a section for sports.
It'll just be me and King Bob talking
Yeah.
hockey.
That's what I'm thinking. You
Occasionally
guys
him
talk
and his
about
buddies
hockey.
talking soccer. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
pop in
keep
like
up.
once a
I'll
month. You guys
pop
want
in
to talk
every
about
once
men's
in a while
volleyball?
and put on some fights or something.
Oh, cool.
There you go. That'd be awesome.
I kind of do want to get back into UFC, but not like I have time or money. So.
What you should do, like, since UFC is kind of hard, just every Friday, like, I think it's Friday morning for you guys, but every Friday night, one FC, they put on fights in Thailand, and it's some MMA,
yeah.
a lot of kickboxing, like, basically.
That's on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon
Yeah.
has it. YouTube
Yep.
has it for free.
Yep.
Oh,
Like,
that's great.
it's the best fights you'll see. Like, basically half of their fights would be like a UFC fight of the night, and those are just their normal Muay Thai fights.
Oh, that's fun. There's also there's a page there's a group I'm following in Washington. So Washington is a super liberal state, but they have one, like, the most Republican law I can imagine, and it's if
the
you
mutual combat law.
Yeah, they have that. It's still legal in Washington. I can't believe it. It's like, you want to fight? Yep. You want to fight? Yep. And it's legal. So there's a bare knuckle like group that is like gathering people and like making looser weight classes and like they're doing wild stuff, dude. I'm like, bare knuckle is so bad.
Dude, it's brutal.
It's brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh. Especially like when the foreign guys get there, because like that's just what they did growing up. It's like even when I was fighting a lot, I practiced bare knuckling against a cedar tree until I could do that without bleeding after a while. That was exciting. That was a cool moment. My buddy's like, "How do you do that?"
For
I'm
your
like,
hands though, right?
They
you like arthritis or something?
It doesn't help in the long run, but like basically you soft, not super hard. You do like,
Oh, you didn't do it hard?
You're
not supposed to for conditioning purposes.
Like sometimes I would just
screw you, Tolkien.
Like, go to the park here in China, and I would just like slap the concrete wall like this, boom, boom, boom.
Bad wall.
I had one time, like, I used to practice in a park, like I lived on the other side of town, and there was this city park, and I would practice there, and there was this drunk guy who would come, and he thought it was funny seeing like a foreigner practicing kung fu, like practicing kickboxing. And so like he would come and he would just start like punching at me and like trying to fight me. And I was like, okay, this is like good practice. So I just, would swat it away, like swat his attacks away. But one time, another guy, he was practicing weapons forms next to me. And so like he had his swords and whatnot, and his spear was just laying out there. And then the drunk guy was like, I'm going to attack the foreigner with the spear.
Oh, boy.
I love this story.
So I just was like,
I'll kill the white man once and for all.
Yeah. So he picked up the spear and like thrust it at me, and I just like hopped to the side and just was like, boom, like a back fist, like a hair's width from his nose, and he just like freaked out and like fell to the ground. And I yanked the spear out of his hand. I was like, you never ever do that again. And then like the weapons form dude like shoot him a new asshole.
Man, I think if I'm pretty confident if I started scrapping, I'd probably approach it like I do my Magic the Gathering games. I'm just like ending it quickly, right? If I'm not carrying my piece, it's just like, the classic go-to moves.
The last time I got in a fight here, like I haven't been in many actual fights in a long time, but I got in a fight with like one of the COVID officials here back during
awesome.
COVID.
Literally,
good for you, bud.
You
Good
fought
for you.
You fought for it.
Like we threw
right
punches
off
to each other's faces.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But halfway through, I realized, oh, I'm a foreigner. This is going to look really bad for me.
Look good. Yeah.
So,
I'm not a foreigner. I'm an American.
Like,
this is
yeah, I was like, I'm an American during the middle of COVID. This is going to look really bad. So I just I let him get a few more hits in, and I just rolled with him. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to let it look like he's beating me up more than I'm beating him up.
Yeah.
So I just let him hit me a couple of times and, just rolled with it. So only
that's
damage
actually more
was like
insulting to him, by the way.
Well, there is like a degree of biology involved.
Afterwards, I was just like shouting for everybody to hear. I was like, you guys say you're in China's inviting. Is this how you treat your foreign guests?
That's how you do it.
Is this the warmth of China you always talk about? Is this like
I'll show you the warmth of my hand.
199.
So it ended up working out okay. We went to the police station and they were like, yeah, we don't want to bother with it. You don't want to bother with it. Just sign some legal papers saying everything. Nobody's accountable and you aren't going to go to the...
I feel like they make every citizen sign that once a day. Just generically.
Dude, that'd be terrifying.
Nothing's wrong. Nothing's happening. It's fine.
From an American standpoint.
Right. Yeah.
So I got to go into the police station in China and sign papers. Like,
yeah, I mean, they did have one of the interesting things was like their like little shackling post.
Be right back.
So like they have benches in the holding room, just like with these long wooden rods behind the bench, and basically they just would, if you were actually violent, they just shackle you to that.
Dang, dude. Yeah.
The shackle room based.
It's no joke, man.
Yeah, it's like 1984.
But it ended up just fine, and nothing happened. So
yeah.
I mean, besides that, I just was like, oh, this is probably not good, like me beating him up in front of everybody. So I'll let him, I'll let him look bad.
Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, because that's the best play, to be honest. Like once you realize it, especially before him, you can really okay, optics. You just literally, and then take your first opportunity to be like,
I was thinking that as he was like punching me, like I punched him, and then like after that I was like, oh, now I need to let him punch me back a couple times, so I'm in trouble.
He would ask for the armor piercing knuckle dusters if you were punching me. I can't get through armor, too thick.
So what are some martial arts related stories that you've written that you'd like to promote tonight?
Most all of my books actually have a decent amount of martial arts. Like not all of them, like the Sherlock Hamster ones don't really, because they're kids' detective books.
That would be shit, though.
Sherlock Hamster. I learned things in the East.
Oh, Sherlock Hamster has to get the cheddar. What was it? The cheddar calamity conspiracy.
Yeah, cheddar cheese calamity.
Yeah, something like that.
To be
he needs to find the vault.
Yeah, what do you call it with like when all the words start with the same like sound or letter?
Alliteration.
Yeah. All the Sherlock Hamster titles are alliteration, so I need
that's fine.
If I do cheese, it needs to be an alliteration with cheese.
Hold on, I gotta answer Billy Judd's question real quick. Who would be Cho Chong in HBO's Harry Potter? I was thinking of Sabrina Carpenter. I think she's a really good Cho Chong. Yeah, that's my casting.
I'm gonna say Zendaya.
I was gonna say she as well. Yeah.
Harry Potter too, and Ron.
I was gonna say whoever that girl who plays Ironheart.
Oh yeah, great choice. Great choice.
What? How in the who who in their right mind thought they could pass that woman off as a 16, 15, 19-year-old, however old kid? Like, that woman looks like she's 50.
Jarrod,
Ironheart?
no. Because when I was growing up, and when you like and Justin were like halfway through your life at that time, I'm sorry. You guys remember Sam Raimi's Spider-Man Flash? Like 40-year-old man, I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Same deal.
I do love the third. Like there every era has it. It's like the 30-year-olds, like teenagers,
like
or like animated teenagers all look like they're like the most muscular human being to ever walk that planet.
Yeah.
Like, I never watched much of it, but did you see Hannah Montana?
Wait, was
maybe a lot? Yes.
Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter.
Yeah, like the Hannah Montana show. Like her little brother, I think he was 30 when the show started.
That is
like the actor playing the little brother.
That's wild.
Like 30.
Yeah, no, he was. He did have like the kind of little dweeby voice. Yeah, no, it had to. Yeah, no, that one makes sense. That's too bad.
Like,
I don't know a single man. I don't know a single red-blooded American man my age, roughly Miley Cyrus's age, who did not have a huge crush on her like for 1 or 2 years. I don't know a single.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay.
And so I'm roughly her age, maybe a tiny bit younger, tiny bit older.
That sucks, dude. We had like Shakira, Jessica Simpson.
I also had VHSs, so I also had those things.
It wasn't the same, man. It wasn't. You had to be there, you know.
I had Avril Lavigne. What are you talking about?
Avril Lavigne was pretty good.
Yeah, dude. I think she's single-handedly, like she and Raven from Teen Titans are single-handedly responsible for my sudden interest in emo goth aesthetic girls for all of middle school and now currently.
I remember back in the day when she was a poser. Now everybody's like, she was like the queen of pop punk.
She literally stole her outfit, but that doesn't really matter. Who cares? It's like there's another musician who actually wore that exact outfit on the cover of his album, and they were in the same like studio, like producing music. She's like, "Oh my gosh, your fit is so cute," and like, it's like, it looked a lot better on her. I'll tell you that. It did not look normal on that dude. But,
like a mini skirt too.
No, that was weird. So like, Justin, Jarrod, when you guys were in school in the 40s. Was the goth aesthetic like really established, or was it kind of not that common at that time?
No, that was there was the war between the goth and the emo kids. It was like, I mean,
I still don't know
early 2000s.
Wait, how old are you, Justin?
39.
Okay, yeah. So when I was in high school, I'm thinking so. 9 Inch Nails' first record came out. His first big record came out in like '94, and then Marilyn Manson came out. Marilyn Manson's Beautiful People came out in '95. I graduated in '96, so I saw that whole thing spin up, and it's like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
I was 2.
Yeah. Yeah. And so looking at it, so the the goth kids like you really started seeing a lot of, I remember starting seeing a lot of goth kids like around like 96, 97 is when you start, like, if you were going, like, I grew up in the sticks, but like if I would ever be in the city, be in any cities, it's like, and then I think the first Hot Topic landed in Cincinnati around like 98.
Yeah, that was
98, 99. That's when it came out. And then there was like Gadzooks. So then you had the goth kids had the place to congregate.
Mm-hmm.
And then along about My Chemical Romance is when you started to see it. That's when that Yeah, the dark emo kids.
I hate one of their songs a lot. It's like certain bands, certain songs I heard too many times, and I never liked it in the first place, and I kept on hearing it. Unfortunately, Owl City, Fireflies. That I hate. I hate that song with every fiber of my being because I heard it about 9,000 times in 9th grade, and it just never went away from me.
Hey, Kahuna, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Would you believe your eyes? 10 million fireflies.
Yes.
I loved when the emo scene kicked off, though. I had a lot of fun with those bands, even like Pierce the Veil. Their first 2 or 3 albums,
yeah, that was fun.
They're just like they're written cool, and to go from like grunge that was very like
even
simple and
Evanescence was
straightforward.
was like definitely like kind of going into that kind of thing as well.
Yeah, they had a lot of like simple song structures too, but some of those other bands, I don't know, they had a little bit more.
Damn it, Justin! There's nothing wrong with simple songs.
But like
about this before.
Evanescence was just like they were a ripoff of Sentenced and Lacuna Coil.
Dude, yes, dude.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
hell yes. All right,
Maybe it's because I'm like the Christian music nerd, but I remember when they were like an unsigned indie Christian band.
Yeah.
Who was?
A lot of those bands.
Evanescence was.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because
like
Rocky, their guitar,
from Living Sacrifice.
Rocky from Living Sacrifice.
Yeah, dude, Living Sacrifice is the best.
Yeah, they were ahead of their time for sure.
I like music that was around before I was conscious, like hair metal, power metal, 80s metal. That's my whole scene, dude.
Oh, power metal didn't really kick off until like early 2000s, and it's still going strong, but that's when it started getting good.
That's true.
I really dislike grunge in general.
Like
as a whole, mostly because it killed hair metal, and I love hair metal.
Yeah, it's such a weird transition, man.
Dude, a fun band was Blessed by a Broken Heart. They did like metalcore and hair metal together.
Yep.
What?
That's an interesting combo.
Awesome.
That sounds cool.
It was good. They were good for how they did it. They blended it very well.
Yeah, they put out like 2 albums. Like one was like a straight metalcore album, but their second album is like hair metalcore. Yeah. It's really fun.
I like a little bit of melody in the vocals of my metal music. I like the gruffer elements, but in doses. I don't want that to be the whole song.
So you're not a fan of Lorna Shore, then, I guess?
No.
Dude, like, for me, it depends, but sometimes I just want, like, my face to melt off, like, listening to something like The Chariot. Like, I think, for me, The Chariot's one of my favorite heavy bands. Like, bands like Lorna Shore are great, but it's, like, just all relying on, like, vocal tricks a lot of the things.
Yeah.
But, like,
I like baby metal.
Yeah. For me, with The Chariot, like, they have a song, and it's the only instrument is a piano, but it's, like, one of the heaviest songs you'll hear.
What? I need the name so I can listen to it.
I think it's called Speak from their album One Wing.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's like this crazy screaming, but it's just over a slow piano, and that's all it is.
That sounds almost Duran Grayish.
That Dominoes story we told before the stream started.
Yeah,
that was with The Chariot.
Dude,
yeah,
nice.
That's awesome.
That's cool. I'm jealous.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Also, I gotta trust Billy Judd. Billy, I love that you take all of my casting ideas as seriously as I do.
Well, Harris, you'll be. I'm going to see Bill Murray actually this month in a handful of weeks. He's doing a tour, so I know you didn't like his new direction as much as his old stuff, but I know you're still a fan, right?
Yeah, I still like his stuff. He just put out a new song just like this
More
last
Than
week.
Hate, yeah.
Yeah.
The video for it's
Bill
hilarious.
Murray's fun stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
it's gonna be a fun time.
Me and my dad are gonna go see Creed in August when they come here. Dude, I don't care. I love Creed, dude. I don't give a flying F. I don't care.
Yeah, that was one of those, like, I like Creed when right around when they started getting popular and when everybody hated them. I was like, I don't care if they're fun. I like them.
I have a love-hate relationship with the band. There's the song "One Last Breath," the bridge of the song "One Last Breath" is one of the best melodic moments in rock history.
Wow.
Like that bridge, I'm telling you, he hits that bridge and that song like transcends time and space. Like it's so good.
You know what's
and,
wild?
and like I don't and like I like the rest of the songs. The rest of the song's okay, but that bridge, the way it comes out of the chorus into the bridge of that song, it is chef's kiss. So good.
What's wild is that a huge portion of their catalog, like a lot of the music that they made, they would leave portions of the their performance open to just play whatever they wanted, just no plan, just go in and start singing, start playing, and that's how like some of their best songs came out. It was like from refining like some of those like random songs they made in concert, like off the cuff. That's like where 2 or 3 of their best songs came out from.
What a lot of people don't realize about Creed too is Mark Tremonti is a beast.
He's a
that
animal.
dude
He's
shreds. That dude can shred with anybody that plays in G3. He can shred with all of them. Like he can keep up with every single one of them, and his like staccato picking is top notch. Like it's so good. And he underplays everything.
Oh yeah,
That's
like
so interesting.
want more proof? Well, like listen to Alter Bridge. Same band, same guitar player, same Trevor's there too. Yeah, different singer. Still, the music is
even in Alter Bridge though. He's playing way under what he does. Because so friends of mine were I can't remember the producer's name, but they were cutting the record in Florida, and Tremonti was in the studio next door, and he's like, he came over and was listening to their track, and he's like, can I play a solo on this? And he played a solo on their record. It's Bury Your Dead self-titled record. I can't remember the name, but he shreds on one of the songs. Like, good Lord, like where was this on all of the Creed and the Alter Bridge stuff? And it was just like, and they said like he came in and just like knocked it out. It was like 3 minutes, and he was out.
Left.
It was just like he was breathing, just the easiest thing. And everybody's just like,
you know what I think it is, Jarrod, is that at the time when Creed was getting popular, guitar solos were not really.
No, they weren't a thing.
They were out of style. Like there's this whole like a good video to kind of illustrate this. There's this like history of guitar solos. Like for one portion they kind of happen in the beginning, and other eras they happen midway or as a final note of like. And there's a whole era where like it pretty much just disappeared. And he was they were big kind of in that era where
grunge killed the guitar solo.
Yeah, for sure, because it's very out there and performative, which is very hair metal and power metal. And then they started wearing jeans, and
the metalcore bands I heard play guitar solos, they always stood out.
Yeah,
for sure, and not necessarily in a bad way. You know what I mean? But like, you could add a guitar solo and then you stand out. But like, I do have to admit, a lot of people were there for the rhythmic aspect of the music,
like that kind of
so yeah.
Mosh, man. Breakdown, play the breakdown.
Now drum solo, we can mosh to the drum solo, right? Yeah. And and if you put the guitar solo over like a circle pit part, where it's just like, crazy, like, you know,
just rhythm, like fast rhythm stuff.
Then we're talking. Dude, they'll love that.
Love tasty breakdowns. Like, I don't know if any of you guys listened to it, but Norma Jean, they put out a record like 2-3 years ago. Their song Spearmint Revolt, it has one of like the chunkiest, like, it's just like, it's like a slap in the face, that breakdown. Like they have two, like one at the very end, it's just like a wall of noise and like distortion, and you're like, I'm having a heart attack. It's wonderful.
Something's wrong with me.
That's what
my arm feels funny.
That's what really latched me on to metal. I went to Sunshine Festival, and it was just a bunch of like Christian bands. I think Switchfoot was
Dude,
playing for free that year.
We played Sunshine Festival.
I bet you did, brother. I bet you did. I went to the HM Arena / stage at the Minnesota one. Wait, Sunshine was only Minnesota, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so the HM stage. It was the arena. The hockey rink. They turned a hockey rink into the metal stage. That's
Justin's listening.
Yeah. So anyway, it was like day 2. Switchfoot played for free day 1. You could just come in and watch Switchfoot. That was cool. Day 2, it was August Burns Red. I walked in. August Burns Red was playing. I'm like, who is this? And then all of a sudden, like bass, a wave of bass, and then and I'm just like, what is happening? And then another wave of bass, and I'm just like, what kind of music is this? Because like, just like
I imagine you, Andy, like before like the whole music thing, and like I imagine you like in a button up for some reason, just like walking. What is this? Cheerio! What kind of music is this?
I need tattoos right now.
5 minutes later, tattoos.
He walks in like with the button up and the tie and like the nice.
He leaves like an emo girlfriend,
and then
it's a great video right there.
His ears are fully stretched. Tattoos is like just spinning wheel kicks in the pit.
Animation overload. Get on this cartoon real quick.
Right. No, that's something I love about that style of music. There's an energy in it that you cannot get in any other form of music. There's something so special about it, especially live, where it's I don't know, it's like primal almost. It's fantastic.
That's why now that I have control over the entire creation process of my music, I go out of my way. There's an entire step in my process, boys, where I just like pause everything and I'm like, it's time for the bass drops. Boop, you get a bass drop. You get a bass drop. Yeah, and I put it in at a certain point. Yeah, so I gotta harken back to that, man, because it's the big.
Dude, those 808s, man, they were just so much fun.
Yeah, dude.
Whereas I'm getting more into like Beast in Black, which is basically Euro dance metal, but I love it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Like they go hard too, but it's like one of their songs. I'm like, this is synth, but this is synth that like a coke addict squirrel couldn't play. This is very like 90s Euro.
A band you should check out, Kahuna, if that's kind of like if you're looking to bridge those worlds, is a Japanese band called Bloodstained Child.
Oh yeah, yep. That it's not. There's no E, right? It's just Bloods, right? If I remember correctly, they have one song that slaps. I was thinking. I thought you were gonna say Electric Callboy. Is where I thought you were going.
Cowboy.
Or Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas always has that kind of vibe too.
But like lots of like heavy synth, lots of guitars, frenetic energy, and like really good song structure. I thought like their song structure is really good.
Yeah, that's me. Like I like a lot of different kind. Like I don't know. Like when I think of heavy music that I like, I think of like Accept. Like when I think of like a nasty singer, Udo is the nastiest goblin. Lord of the Rings halfway through makeup extra of a frontman you could ever have, and I adore. And like most of the time, I hear nasty vocals. I'm like, it's not for me, but for him, it feels just real. I don't know if the authenticity is why I like it or not, but it's like, I don't know. I'm like, he feels like more the exception in my taste than the rule.
For me, like with nasty vocals, like I think Duran Gray does it. It's like some of the best. Because it's just like he'll float from like angelic like into the big squeals and then like the low bass.
Yeah, the inward screams, man. Keo's inward screams. I still haven't heard anybody do them better than he does.
What?
Yeah, like,
inward screams?
Inward scream. Inward. It sounds like an eagle taking off.
Okay, I thought you meant he was just screaming the N-word. Like,
it sounds like a hawk.
It's like that's what I thought too when you said the inward screams. I was like,
dude, my favorite part of the whole brings the whole mosh pit together.
He's just this little Japanese guy too. Whenever we saw him, he was wearing white Adidas, the 3-stripe with no laces, and then he had like the Russian drug dealer Adidas track pants on and no shirt. And he's just this little guy. He's like barely 5 feet tall and just these most insane and human noises coming out of him. And the one track is just piano and him like screaming and doing these noises. They're opening
Phil
for
Bozeman.
Apocalyptica, which are like, why are they opening Apocalyptica? They play cover songs on cellos. Like, what the heck? So the entire audience is just like, what is this band? And it was like me and 5 other people that were there for during. We're like, this is the greatest thing ever.
This
Like,
is
just
perfect.
dragging the microphone on the stage, and it was just like making your ears bleed. It was fantastic.
He must be from Osaka, and you know why I say that? Because there's a place in Osaka called America Town. It's the portion of the city where they like love ghetto America, and so like they all dress like they do all like the traditional like ghetto black hairstyles and like wear ghetto like loose LA clothing, and like it's this whole thing in Osaka, Japan, and it's so funny
Have
to see
you ever
Japanese
seen
people
the
doing
like
that.
video of the Japanese like folk, like the folk weeaboos?
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Good stuff.
But anyway, I think that
I don't
is
know how we
about-
got here, but it's been
I
good.
don't either.
Yeah, that's about.
I need to steal my stuff quick because
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
do it. Do it.
buy things from me.
Sorry, dude. We went off so many tangents.
That's what you get
Derailed,
when you
dude.
get us together. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, wait a second, I haven't even introduced.
You're an author,
any
right?
books. Yeah, I'm an
Yeah,
author.
You're up to 11 of them, I think, right?
That sounds
Yeah,
right.
something.
I'll just you
ridiculous.
talk about them. I'll pull up the webpage. Just
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's
and then
see.
share it because my computer's
My
going to
most
crash out if
recent
that.
Yeah. My most recent book is Sherlock Hamster and the Haunted House Hullabaloo. It's my Sherlock Hamster series is basically like I grew up listening to like all these old time radio shows. Like I grew up on hard boiled detective stuff, and I was like, I love that as a kid. I want to write that like for like, you know, 6, 7, like the like 7 to 10-year-olds to love. So I was like, I need a fun name though, and so I chose Sherlock because he's like the opposite of Sherlock. He's just like kind of the hard-boiled detective. So I have a series of those. I've already written 5 of them, but
Oh, wow.
only I've
Sherlock
published.
Hamster and the Emerald Express Emeralds Escapade. Okay, so I see what you're doing here. The Haunted House Hullabaloo. Hullabaloo. The Abduction Adventure, which is a
Man,
funny set of words.
I can't
Yeah.
wait for the cheddar cheese charity.
I love my children's story. It's called The Abduction Adventure.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe that's why that one doesn't have any reviews yet.
It's like,
it
oh,
is
that's
weird because it is book 2 of 3. So if the other 2 do,
Yeah.
then you have
But-
the Name of Magic, the Heavenly Mages, book 1.
I literally am almost finished with book 2, like the first draft of book 2. I'm on like the very last chapter, then I have the prologue. So I just hit 130k words in that last night. So,
Echoes of Memory. I have that one. That's a cool book.
Echoes of Memory is a nice little chonker. That's my big boy book. It's
That's a big
almost 700 pages, I think.
Yeah, Justin's like already like nope.
Actually, starting tomorrow, I'm doing because I haven't been back to America in 6 years. So, and I'm finally going back. This is 6 in Chinese, by the way.
Oh,
And
That was
like
chocolate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So wait, it's one.
Interesting.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6.
Shaka, pinch
Yep.
nipple. What else?
Yeah.
Pinch nipple, finger gun, fish hook,
Fish hook.
and you can do like fist, or you can do
Iron Fist
Blade
or
Vampire.
back Satan.
That's wild.
That's
This is just me
canon.
respecting the culture.
Yeah. With your hands in Chinese. Anyway, what was I talking about?
Wait, did you say they cut off my hands in Chinese? How do you cut them off?
Oh,
in...
You said you were
Counts
coming
with
back to
your
the
hands
US.
in
Oh, I
Chinese.
thought you said cut off my hands in Chinese.
You were saying you haven't been here in 6 years. That's how
Oh
you
yeah,
got
I haven't been to America in 6 years. So to celebrate going back, because I'll be going back next week for a little over a month, going back to America. To celebrate that and 4th of July, I'm actually giving away the ebook of Echoes of Memory for free from Wednesday until Sunday of this week.
Sweet.
Nice.
So if you don't have it and you like to read long books, Justin, then you should pick it up.
Can we get a link for that to put up?
Yeah, let me find it.
I'll read off some more of his titles because this guy writes like a madman. An Unexpected Adventure, which is very imaginative and fun. And you have Red Skies.
An Unexpected Adventure is fun. That one is basically I wanted to write like kind of a more down to earth story, like not about like world ending things. So it's about a kid who gets lost half a world, like half a country away from home, and he has to find his way back. But he's like in a place. He lives in a land where fogs are giant creatures that walk around, and there's things like centibears, which is what it sounds like.
Sharkuffalo,
jelly goats, lava tiles, and raccoons.
I'm not gonna lie, jelly goat sounds terrible. No,
they are terrifying. They are like inquisitive like goats, but they shock you like jellyfish. So,
have you guys seen the movie Chronicle? Remember that old movie?
Yeah.
He has a homeschool version of that called Terminal. It's a book. It's pretty good. I really like that one. I recommend it. It's like imagine Terminal if he was like a homeschool kid who wasn't a psychopath, and that's him. It's pretty. It's very good book.
And Terminal is basically I wrote that and I was like, what if superpowers kill people? That's basically the main idea. Like, people get superpowers, but it's like cancer because like it basically eats away at them to fuel the power. So basically the idea of that story is like this homeschool kid who gets the superpowers, and it's him learning to live with them as he's dying.
Yep.
So.
Nice. And then you have Cold War, Sleeper Agent, and Bloodletting.
A Sleeper Agent was a fun.
I appreciate you using my likeness for the cover of that book, also. By the way.
For Cold War.
Yeah.
No,
blood. Bloodletting. No. Oh, crazy.
Yeah, Bloodletting is a fun one. That's like simultaneously my most explicitly Christian book and my most violent and dark book.
Nailed it.
Yeah, basically, like it's about a dude who was like raised in like a satanic cult, like that would do like human sacrifice and things, and then he becomes an occult investigator, and he gets caught up in a case involving exsanguination, which is like the ritual draining of blood, and so he finds himself.
I know of a couple
UFO death cult. Sure.
I'm not a fan.
What's that?
I know of a couple vampire cult people. I met one once. Not a fan. I'll be honest. Not my favorite.
This one, my favorite. Not a vampire cult. This one's a UFO death cult.
Oh, better.
But you find
they
out
probe you before they betray your blood.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it, but I kind of want to spoil it. But basically, you find out that UFOs have ties to a ancient dark god.
Demons.
Which I'm always down for because I like the old I like how old pulp fantasy is always like, oh, there's this evil secret darkness and only this barbarian or this swordsman can kill it with his bare fist somehow.
Yeah, this guy he kind of goes on a journey, the main character Alistair Kane, because he growing up in a satanic cult and believing in the supernatural, he's like, God is real, and I hate him because he didn't spare me from this.
Never heard that in real life before. Not once.
All the time. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy when you hear people completely embrace like the dark god of a religion and then claim they don't believe in religion or whatever.
I'm always curious about Satanists. I'm like, to be a Satanist, you have to acknowledge that
the Bible
is real and that we're with the other guy.
It's almost like Christians can high five those people. Like, so we agree. You're on the other side. That's fine. High five. We agree. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, just had to throw that in.
Also, last question before we start like plugging and leaving. Billy Judd is wanting to know who should play Dean Thomas in Harry Potter. He's like one of the 3 black kids at Hogwarts. I was thinking Lily Collins would be a good young black man. What about you guys? Remember
Russell
Zendaya again.
I'm gonna say Pedro Pascal.
That's a good choice too.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Very underrated actor. He doesn't get a lot of roles, but
yeah, he needs to do more work. I feel like I don't see him often enough.
We should do a special.
I don't think Zendaya hasn't gotten enough work recently.
Right.
Maybe
He'd be a good choice too, though. For sure. For sure.
What's the name of the Indian guy from Slumdog Millionaire? I feel like he would be a good choice.
Zendaya.
Yeah, that's it.
That guy. Oh my God. Oh.
Hey, Billy, I love you too.
You're right. When you're
Billy!
Right. You're right, Billy. Toby
He's such a good actor. He might be able to swing it. I don't know.
Who's
Andrew Garfield?
Yeah,
Dev Patel. Is that who you're thinking of, Kahuna?
What was that?
Dev Patel.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, he should be Dobby.
Yeah. I'm down to do a cast, like a special doing like the cast of it though, like who we think should be it. That'd be fun.
We should. Yeah. Come up with just like 5 or 6 each, and then we'll make a little like recorded video like with him, and I can edit in images.
And you know what? After the show tonight, I'm down to do a reaction to Cat in the Hat. You guys want to do that?
I have time tonight. I can do it.
Okay. Reactions are quick.
I got a dip since we're done.
Okay, that's fine.
What are you dipping?
In cheddar.
A ladle.
Cheddar cheese.
A lady.
A ladle.
A ladle.
Nacho. You said a lady. I'm like,
I'm excited
damn,
for nachos.
That's AC.
I guess she paid for it, so
no double dipping. Anyway,
don't say that on stream, AC.
Don't even sit on that one.
Again. I'm gonna be a dad again. This guy gets it.
Someone left the ridge.
Anyway,
sorry, I'm done.
I'm AC. Totally married to my wife. No monetary exchange happening. There is a nice link. You can find all of our stuff in the description down below. Check out Christman's new video. That's what we're going to close with tonight. We've hinted at a few specials, like maybe the Harry Potter thing, reaction to Cat in the Hat, some other things. So watch going forward. As always, Anthony Harris, great guest. Thanks for coming back and
go buy his stuff.
I think he's a good guest.
Yeah. And you can find, my links, Iron Seas, join the Discord. We do daily stuff there. Awesome stuff. You can even challenge me to a game of Magic or Pokemon, and then I'll record it and we'll put it on the channel. And I love getting my butt kicked. So bring your best deck or team. And
he's into that.
Yeah, we'll go for it. So anybody else, it's all you.
Justin has music, and he makes music, and he sells it, and it does good. I enjoy it.
Thank you. I appreciate you plugging for me. That Kahuna got me covered. So Kahuna, you got everything. Anything you want to plug?
Kahuna has a channel.
He really not to
God,
say
I
this
shouldn't
is
have asked
his
you
music,
that.
but he really enjoys K-pop, and I feel like that's all you need to know.
It's a good balance to all the crazy music,
Kahuna just highlighted a great point. That's what you get when you just count on other people to show. That's a great point. He's like, he likes K-pop. He does this. That's all you need to know. It's like, is it?
He likes K-pop and hockey, and nobody's ever made fun of him for either thing. No.
One of them, yes. The other, not as much.
I know. People always make fun of you.
I'll let you figure out which is which.
Yeah.
These days,
it would probably be hockey.
I need to correct a statement that was made recently on the stream. There has been an inaccuracy. AC claims there was no monetary exchange, but we actually have a record Pritchard Pub here for $1.99. There has been a monetary exchange.
Uh-oh.
Liar.
Equals.
We've been had.
Equals. D.
This is going to be the Watergate of the Iron Seas.
Yeah, this is it. It's all revealed.
He's going to come out
the
like
Harry Potter special.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
It's going to be the Iron documentary after this, not the Harry Potter special.
It's fair to say that, hey, slow down there. It's fair to say that we'll all have a good night, just not as good as AC.
Behind the Iron Curtain.
Good night, seamen. Enjoy your time aboard the Iron Seas. See you next Tuesday at 6:30 PST, the Lord's time.
Hey, let me shill quick.
Oh.
Shill, Anthony, shill.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm shilling for you. His name's Michael. He writes books.
No.
He does great. You want a Christian version of Chronicle? He does that, and he likes leopards. There's a leopard on the cover. I think he'll like it.
I hate it. No, but seriously, buy my books. I also do some music stuff over at Bandcamp. I recently put out a chill wave EP. It's like Chinese beats to study to.
So you're that guy on YouTube I keep on seeing advertisements for. Shit.
I wish. It'd be nice getting all that money. But
and then
yeah,
Jarrod.
I've written a buttload of books that you should buy because they're awesome. And I put out like some electronica, chill music, some that's less chill. I call my music to terraform planets too. That's my genre. So check that out.
Big enjoy, deep enjoy.
Okay.
I haven't taken up that pastime yet. Is it fun?
What's that?
I haven't taken up that pastime yet. Is it fun?
Yep.
The terraforming planets?
It's a little bit of work, but you know.
Art, darling.
If you need some music to listen to while you're doing it, I have like 2 or 3 EPs and like 1 or 2 albums up there, so you should totally do it.
Interesting.
There's gonna be a 4-armed out guy from Alabama, like 1,000 years from now. It's like, dude, check out this old record we found. Oh, dude,
like,
this is the best thing. This is the best thing to terraform planets, dude.
Well, man, we've gone backwards. They were terraforming planets and shit. We're just digging in the hole.
What are you supposed to do when they drop off 20 people on one planet and they say repopulate? It's not our fault.
You gotta just send a super chat.
Right, cousin Uncle Jed?
Yeah. Cousin uncle. Sister wife.
And Jarrod he's like AC, he does everything too, just like Michael. You do music, you do movies, which came out recently, and we just debuted the music video from your latest album here.
Yes, sir. This one?
Speaking of which.
Oh, you mean this one?
You mean this one? Segoy.
You scared, Silas?
Oh, we can be here this time because it's.
You owe me now.
Yeah, cannot see my nipples.
You're gonna do exactly what I say. You understand?
Towards the end, though, I'm gonna drop us and close it.
Now you get on that horse. You ride to Eagle Rock Station as fast as you can.
As Jarrod playing
my friend the Reverend will meet you there. Yeah. Shooter gets there before I do. You do exactly what the Reverend says. Is that clear?
That's a real nice pet you got there, Kahuna.
That's just familiar.
God help you if you cross me again, Silas. Hell itself will not stop me from finding you. You understand?
Understood.
All right, I'm gonna let it play, boys.
Go on.
All right. Adios.
Past 2 a.m. and sleep is hard to find. With a long parade of failures marching through my mind. Nothing comes without a price, and cost is high. And up round every corner's another ghost. that just won't die. They say it's not the end for me. When I close my eyes, the fire's all I see. They say the phoenix rises up from the ashes. All I can feel is myself being burned away. In the end, I'll just be dust in a casket. What would I be if I embrace the flames? Let the fire wash over me. I'll leave the dire of first light, and my only company's goes I was drinking with last night. Across Montana and ended right back where I began. Just another hired gun for another faceless man. Ain't no whiskey for that pain. Into the flame. They say the phoenix rises up from the ashes. All I can feel is myself being burned away. In the end, I'll just be lost in a casket. What would I be if I embrace the flame? Behind my eyes, whisper of light, and the wind